Hello everyone and welcome again to the Dragonhood. I like this false energy I got going right now. I'm feeling pretty tired. Thank you again for joining us. We come together, play some D&D 5e, have some insane antics, and keep things playing. We play every week, and so thank you for joining us. I'm your Dungeon Master, Chandler, and on my left I have...
I'm Brandon. I play Rain. He is a bard, half-elf.
I'm Jeff. I play Anubis, barbarian.
Windus, I play Clark, half orc elf.
Stephanie, I play Lilu, a pixie cleric.
I'm Benjamin. I play Cupid, a tiefling Ilrigger, and I play Twa, Azamar, Ilrigger.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, so... what'd you guys like to tell me what happened last time on the Dragonhood?
Last time on motherfucking Dragonhood. It was insane. Okay. We started off... What did we start off?
In the ruins.
In the ruins. Alright, so we finished the dungeon, finished the ruins. We brought the head of the lizard guy back to the shaman. He blessed young Windus here, young Clark here with... She blessed Clark with the antidote she needed, but the mother told Rain that he had to stop Clark from taking the antidote. So I tried to stop it. The group, you know, they foiled my plans. And it tired me up. Treated me horribly.
We should have let him do his cap.
Tied me up, treated me horribly. Then we ran into a great beast, right? We ran into a great beast. This guy right here, Anubis. Mouthing off, talking to the great beast, crazy, right? Talking about he's going to kill it one day, all type of stuff. So the great beast, he marked him, said he has 10 years to fight him. And if he doesn't fight him, 10 years, right? And if he doesn't fight him in 10 years, I think automatic death? Sheesh. So he's basically going to die. After that, we finally made it back to the tower. Clark was healed. You know, the rest of us, we were just doing our thing. We watched Clark get healed, doing our little antics. You know, Jeff. Well, Anubis was trying to act like he's smart. It's hilarious. But yeah, I drank some magic. I got messed up. After that, what happened? We met with we were given a mission by the tower to find out where the Lost Bank of Dumai is. That's the title, right? Mm-hmm. The Lost Bank of Dumai. But that's the same mission we were given by the Pharaoh. So yeah, we don't know if we're gonna work for the tower or work for the crown. We went back to the crown. The mother told me to kill the Pharaoh. Plans got foiled once again. And yeah, that's where we're at, basically.
She sunk into the ground.
Oh yeah.
She told
into
you
the mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that last part, if you didn't catch it, that descriptive description I gave you there, he he succeeded in assassinating who he believed was the Pharaoh, but it turned out to be some sort of ruse, and his companions detained him on suspicion. Thank you. Suspicion of the assassination. He tried to play it off as an assassin came and killed her, but they weren't having it, and he got arrested more or less and sit in his cell where the mother returned him home, while the rest of the group went to speak with the Pharaoh. Okay, so that is where we left off. So, opening scene. 3 months later.
Oh, snap.
It has been 3 months since Rain disappeared from the cells of the pyramid. 3 months since you spoke with the Pharaoh Nofret. In that time, lots of different things have happened. But before we get to that,
Yeah.
I would like to. Why do I hear crows?
It's her.
Okay.
Background scenery, ambiance.
Okay.
You're not here in this home. You're
Okay.
in D&D.
All right. So you guys, actually not you guys. Actually, yes, you guys. Except for Rain. I'll start with you all. Clark, Lilu, Cupid, and Anubis. It has been 3 months since your conversation. Clark. Well, actually, we need to see how. Just a second. Anubis and Cupid have. Well, Cupid disappeared mysteriously. You have no idea where he went after the conversation. Anubis, he went to go train. Not exactly train. He went to go seek some assistance in his fight, his upcoming battle. He went to seek some training, some guidance from the shaman, and perhaps find a way to prepare himself for this battle. So he left. He left the group, and he said he needs to take care of this business. Cupid, he just vanished. Lilu, what have you been doing for the past 3 months?
I went because Anubis told me that he had to leave because he's been marked by that legendary beast, and that where he went I couldn't follow because he was concerned that the lizard shaman prophecy
Of you dying if you stayed by his side.
yeah, it was going to come to pass because of this legendary beast. And so he went to train, and I went to discover the ways of the lizard shaman people.
So exactly what were you trying to discover?
I offered to be like a hand servant to the lizard shaman. She made me do some dirty things that I'm not proud of.
But exactly, what I'm trying to see is like what you're just trying to learn from them. Maybe
Yeah, learn.
Just-
I've been shaking chicken bones for
what is
months.
she? She's trying to learn how to prophesy, trying to, or something else, new ways of
What is it called when you
healing.
look in the future and you see
Divination.
divination?
She's trying to learn some
Ooh,
divination.
that's why God don't divinate. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Mm-hmm. Anyways,
I don't prophesy though. If you look into the future, right?
no, it's divination.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm learning how to divinate.
Okay, all right. Okay, and
She has me do the dirty work, like find the chickens, different prize chickens. Sometimes I have to go to somebody's farm who proud of their chickens. And they got prize Kentucky chickens, you feel me? And she makes me kill them, snap the necks, get the bones,
Drain the blood.
drain the blood. The chicken as big as me. I'm a foot, the chicken a foot. I'm fighting prize chickens. This is what I've been
You
through
almost lost your life
for the
a few
last
times.
3 months. That's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
what I've been through these past 3 months. Fighting chickens, getting bones. You know what I mean?
right.
Shaking and dropping.
So
My
Clark.
silk dress is all dirty. She got me wearing lizard people clothes. I'm just trying to tell y'all something about my life, okay? This was happening with me.
okay, so Clark, you have been, I guess, the only one left in either of the main cities. I'll get to which city you decided to stay in or whatever. But you you recently heard rumors that piqued your interest. You heard that a half-elf in Azamar and the Dragonborn appeared at the teleportation circle of the tower in horrible disrepair. All sorts of toe up. Just mysteriously from nowhere.
A half elf, a Azamar, and a Dragonborn. Toe up.
Yes.
From the
Toe
floor
up from the floor.
Appeared. And there are rumors going around, just rumors, that the half elf was the man who kissed the pharaoh. So those are rumors.
So the half elf kissed the pharaoh.
Yes. That's the rumors.
So I've been at the crown. This whole time?
I'm about to
Oh.
ask.
It's gonna pass.
It's actually different because I have to work this out a little different.
The hood.
So upon hearing this news, your memory goes back to the last day you saw Rain. In your conversation with the Pharaoh. So if you remember the Pharaoh when you guys enter chambers, your memory goes back, and we're back 3 months prior in the chambers of the Pharaoh, where she said, now that the rat has been caught, our business can truly resume. In these chambers, it's just a small room. You see her standing with her back to you at a window. And you also notice off to the right a small halfling man who you recognize as Varsis Marigold. And she's standing there, and she turns around to you, and you see her, and one thing you know for certain is that this is not a woman you've dealt with in the past. She looks like the same pharaoh you dealt with, but everything else about her screams that you've never seen her. It's the way she speaks, like she's accustomed to people listening and obeying. The way she holds herself up there, and just everything about her just says, regal.
Stuck up bitch. Got you.
Okay. And you see Varsus over there. He's just, the same Varsus you dealt with before, just sipping on some wine, looking over his glass at the group of you.
So Varsis Marigold is the halfling, or were those two separate names?
Varsus Marigold is one name. He's the halfling.
Okay.
First thing she does is you notice that a silver tray floats over to you all with a small leather pouch about the size of a dice bag on it, and it floats to you guys' group as if being offered to you. What do you do?
And this is a memory from 3 months ago.
Yes.
I grabbed the bag.
Okay, so you grab the bag is pretty light, and you guys are all there, by the way. Lulu, Anubis, Cupid. You guys were all there.
Oh, when something happened to her?
3 months ago,
you was there.
when you guys went to the Pharaoh, this is a flashback.
Oh, a part of. Oh, okay. I thought this was just for her.
So you grab the bag. Inside the bag are 10 diamonds, about the size of your pinky nail, worth approximately 10,000 gold.
That we sharing?
That is entirely up to you all.
This is back 3 months ago. I'm just going with the flow. Chill, huh? We sharing money. I grabbed the bag.
She says,
2 diamonds.
that is for...
You get more than
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
He not there. It's only us
Well,
four.
you can keep this too if you want to.
Anyway.
I get my 2.
She says, that is for
Don't write nothing
revealing
I got 2 diamonds.
the rats.
That is for revealing the
the
rat.
And I
Okay.
thank you for this. And she says, now that that has been taken care of, we can get down to business. First, I would like to know if you have any questions for me. And she looks at you all expectantly.
I thought this was her story alone. I don't know nothing you said besides 2 diamonds. Which I have 2 of.
No, I do not have any questions.
Okay, so no questions. That's fine.
What are you going to do with the rat?
We understand that there is a certain force beneath our feet that seeks to destroy us. I sent you all down there so that you could inform me of it, so that I can know what kind of enemy I face. And I want to interrogate him to find out all that I can.
This is right after he's gone, right?
Yeah, right after he was separated from me.
Okay.
So she says, in that interest, Clark, would you care to tell me what happened from the time you left the pyramid of Ra to what led you to stand before me now?
We're talking to the Pharaoh?
Yes.
Nefret?
Yes.
The Pyramid of Ra is where the wizard was, right?
No, Pyramid of Ra is where you guys first received the mission. Back when you were playing as Twa.
To go to Mount Media.
Yes, back all the way back then.
Oh, okay.
When you left with her guards, you got to climb the mountain, all that.
Okay.
Has Lilu seen Pharaoh Nefret speak plainly, like a
No.
commoner?
No.
And this is how she's speaking now.
Yes.
Okay.
So have
I mean, you don't have. It's a long story. So you
Yeah.
don't need to go over it. But if you just tell me if you want to hide anything from her, or if you just tell her everything. If you
I
just
tell her everything.
Okay, so you just tell her everything.
I can't believe it.
Okay, so
Well, actually, I don't know about everything.
You tell her about the snake, mother, queen, all that, huh?
okay. What about the events that took place in the tower with the
The mission, how they want
Yeah,
to
how-
No, not that part.
Okay.
Just what happened with the group before the new group.
with how you turned into
Yeah, she can know
snake
all
person
of
and how you
Yeah.
were cured.
that. Yeah, she can know that part.
Okay, so you tell her how you were cured and all of that. Okay,
So wait, do we have diamonds or not?
how are you
That's
dividing
all
them?
she
Is how
cared
you
about
divide.
right now.
All right.
How you divide them is how you divide them. There's 10 of them, so you divide them how you divide. All right. So,
We all got two.
You don't got nothing.
I would say, let me see, do I care? I didn't get to test and see if I like you yet. I tested everybody else.
so she
This is why we separated y'all.
kind of listens attentively, and you see off to the side a notepad and a pen just floating in the air. Seem to be writing down everything, every word you're saying. And she's just listening, and she nods. And so, after your story is complete, she says that she's sorry. I'm sorry for the loss of your companions.
But she's seen Pharaoh Nefret speak plainly, like a commoner.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm having trouble separating that, just to let y'all know. So if I'm at a game, please don't start yelling at me.
And so she's like, but
I have a question. What made you have someone disguise themselves as you when you went to talk to Rain?
I always have someone disguise themselves as myself until they are properly vetted. And only then will I hold an audience with someone.
So are you disguised right now? Because you knew Rain.
Maybe.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. Like, how do we know we can trust you?
How do we know who we're talking to?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, how do we know who we're talking to?
Did she give you? Diamonds. Do you trust that?
She says,
Silly talk.
trust, I don't believe. Your trust in me is not necessary for me, I don't believe.
I'll keep that in mind.
We can help each other. I can help you, and you can help me. You have proven yourself quite capable in surviving that ordeal that you described to me. And so I can use that assistance further to achieve my goal. If that is, you are willing to help me. So you say you're willing to help? Okay.
I say, what is this? To still flesh out a traitor? Or...
She says,
And this is before the 3 months, right?
yeah, this is before the 3 months. She says, my goal, she says, is to free the Ember Isles from the grasp of those who would seek to do ill to it. She says, I want freedom from debt, freedom from the devil, and freedom from deception.
Are those people? Is that a gang?
She says, first, we must take care of another threat that was recently revealed to me. Well, not first, but it's an additional person, a thing, entity that seeks to destroy the Ember Isles, and that is the snake creature that you encountered beneath the island. She must be taken care of, but apart from her, she gestures to Varsis, the crown is in significant debt to this man here. And in exchange for his financial support, he has asked to have, as he says, first dibs on whatever lays in the lost bank. And that is why in my contract with you I stated that you cannot take anything from it, because he would like to have his first choice in what is in there, and he's allowed to take whatever it is that he needs in exchange for the financial backing he has given the crown.
So what's in it for us this time? This is we need a whole new contract.
What is in it for you? Well, gold.
How much? Because as you know, this is a big mission, and a lot of us lost our lives the last time.
She says, I will pay you 5,000 gold for this job.
Each?
Yes.
So these things that do you intend for us to help you with these? Oh wait, I gotta get my clear.
10,000.
Do you want us to help you with the debt freedom and the devil freedom and
By finding the lost bank, we will handle the debt.
What about the devil and the deception?
The devil is the fiend that lays in the center of the volcano Set.
Is that the snake?
No, it is a devil. If you recall, the
Snake is another. That is the devil in the volcano who I banished. Who we banished.
there's a devil in the volcano that causes it to erupt, and the
Right, he was activated
tower,
and killed.
the
Did we do
Grandmaster
that?
of the tower, no.
No.
The Grandmaster of the tower told you a whole story about.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been
About
thinking
it.
that is the same as
Everybody.
no.
Set and cards.
So Set is one thing, and then Midius is the snake lady.
Yes. And she says, and finally, I would have you help me rid the Ember Isles of the man who has been lying to the people for decades.
Which is
The deceiver.
Yes.
his name.
His name is Karen Holman. He's the Grand Master of the tower.
I was about to say, I know that name.
The tower. Corinne Homan.
Yes.
I believe we've encountered him. He doesn't seem like he's a deceiver.
Okay. Well,
10,000?
if you guys, I guess it's been like a week since we last played, so I'll give you guys.
I know. He made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, he made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Wait, but did we encounter him?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
told
You guys
us
had a
the whole
whole
story.
conversation with him.
Oh.
Yeah, we
okay,
spoke to him.
that's right.
He made a deal with the devil.
What was the deal again?
That he will sacrifice some people to it,
Oh, yeah.
so that it would maintain.
It would maintain. So he's been sacrificing people all this time.
And
10,000 gold
This is
each.
how about this instead? 5,000 gold, and I tell you where Zokan is.
You know where Zokan is? How do you know we seek Zokan?
I rolled for insight to see if she's telling the truth about knowing where
Go ahead.
Zokan is. Lion Hope. 16 plus 3, 19.
As far as you can tell, she's not lying.
What did you roll? Oh, I don't know.
19.
Oh.
So it doesn't seem like she's lying.
It does not seem like she's lying.
Can I roll to see if she's trying to be deceptive in
You
any
just
way?
did.
So, you want us to fund this Duma drink,
Yes.
and you'll pay us 5,000 and tell us where Zokan lies.
8,000 and you tell us where
You also
Zokan lies.
will help me bring freedom to the Ember Isles. I'll pay you 5,000 and tell you where Zokan lies.
We're doing a lot.
I was finding that the Bank of Duma is helping you bring freedom.
It will relieve the Ember Isles of the debt to Master Varsus Marigold.
So we're doing a lot for you. 8,000 and you tell us where Zokan is.
So Vars is here,
Because our
has you
mission.
in bondage.
Yes. Varsus just sits there, just sipping his drink, looking at you all.
Us finding Zokan actually helps us repair the veil. So that actually is us again in service to everyone.
Did you tell her about all that?
Oh, about
The
the
veil
prophecy,
and
the
the-
veil.
No.
How does she
danger
know
that
we
the
need
worlds
Zokan
are
then?
in? You don't know.
I asked her, but she was talking already. How do you know we need Zokan? Or that we seek him?
She kind of just touches the back of her hand.
Did we see a butterfly on it?
No.
No.
Oh, she just touches the back of her hand? But
But
there's
we,
no butterfly?
but we all have butterflies on the back of our hand. So she knows about the butterflies.
Oh, but do I know that Pharaoh ever had a butterfly?
No.
Dang. Only you know, though.
No.
Pharaoh did have a butterfly, right? She knows it.
I don't remember.
You do remember that
She
had-
real Pharaoh
she
has
had
a butterfly.
But you don't see one when she touches the back of her hand now.
Oh, and I don't know.
Okay.
So, you know about our marks.
She says yes.
How?
I have encountered others with the same marking. And we spoke.
8,000 and Zokan.
Give me a persuasion check.
Natural 1, which I'm going to re-roll.
How?
Why you get to reroll that?
I never used my inspiration point. I never did. I
Where'd she get an
didn't.
inspiration?
I had this from week before last, buddy.
Alright, go ahead. Erase it.
I am. I always
your own
erase
words
it.
on you.
Right? Erase
I
it.
always erase. I'm gonna put you down because you're not behaving. 18.
Okay. 18 total? She says 6,000 in Zokan.
7,000 in Zokan.
She shakes her head.
65 in Zokan.
65. She agrees to 65 in Zokan.
So, this is just for the Bank of Dumai, right?
This is for freedom to the Ember Isles.
Ooh. I whisper to Clark, tell her I don't know about that, Queenie. Come on, Clark.
You tell her. Speak up.
I look scared, like I'm trying to muster up some courage, and I say, well, that's just not enough.
And she says,
I hide behind Clark.
and what would you like, Faye?
Recognition.
You will have it.
And a line of credit at the silk dresses store. With
Should've
small
said you
dresses.
Confused at you.
Small dresses.
Lots of silk.
You will swim in silk dresses.
I look like insane, like happy. And I go, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Oh my gosh.
She says, very well. She says, the object we retrieved from the bank, not the bank, from the Snake Empress. My men are still deciphering its contents to reveal where the next location you will go to is. It is slow going, so it will take some time for them to decipher it. She says, in the meantime, there is a certain other group of individuals that will help us with another part of the Ember Isle's freedom, and that is slaying the devil.
The devil in Volcano Set?
Yes,
Do you know how to slay the devil?
that is what we are going to find out.
Well, for some silk dresses up front and maybe a diminutive bag of holding for said tons of silk dresses, we may know how to take out the devil in the Set Mountain. Yes.
Y'all know y'all doing this in front of the queen.
Nah. This is out the game.
She says, well, it's a good thing that you have that knowledge, because you're going to need it.
I also need a diminutive backpack of holding so that I can put said items to destroy
The
said devil
terms,
in
the
it.
conditions of your of our arrangement have already been set.
I
It
throw
is
some
bad
pixie dust in the air and I go, oh, I forgot.
It is bad form to change the terms of an agreement once they have been set.
You're right.
She wasn't trying to be sneaky.
That's fine. She says, but
So-
in the interest of slaying Seth, there is something that I need you to do.
Are you adding on something else?
Oh!
After you just said
Oh!
Did you not hear my words? In the interest of slaying Seth.
It sounds like you're adding on something
In the
else.
interest of slaying the devil.
So, you guys have agreed to
We haven't signed anything
help
yet.
bring freedom to.
We haven't
the Ember
signed
Isles.
anything yet. We just agreed on a
No,
price.
we have been discussing terms.
So, she puts her hand.
I do the same thing.
I throw some pixie dust.
I will kill the devil, find the bank.
And she says, in that interest,
Yes.
We'll be adding on another 5,000.
Master Varsus, you see Varsus stands up. Says, all right. So what we need you to do is open a business in the Ember Isles.
Why?
There is a group of worshippers who are in the upper echelons of the Ember Isle Society, and they recruit people who run successful businesses. I have already set up a sort of kind of business for you, at least the bare bones. We need you all to take over, more or less.
How are we supposed to run a business and be out here slaying the devil?
It is going to take some time for them to reach out to you. So we're going to get the business up and running and established, and in some months they should be contacting you.
What kind of business?
Well, that's for you to decide.
And do we get all the money from the business?
I will be getting large portion because I am putting all the investment money into the business. Unless, of course, you would like to take some of that fresh reward money you'll be getting from this little job you're doing and agree to pay me back in a later date.
Let me think on it.
No? Okay.
I say the way
well,
my,
I will get the lion's share
my
of
degree
any
is set up
profits.
from business school is that I quit. So I plan on taking a little vacation before
It's
any
fine.
adventuring.
It'll be, you guys will mostly just be the face. You'll go to, like, board meetings and stuff like that, you know?
I say, no thank you, and I disappear.
I'm guessing.
We really only need one of you to do it.
I'm
We don't
guessing
need all.
you want us to
I
infiltrate
disappear.
this people
Yes.
and be some sort of agent or
Well,
thing.
kill them.
How many of them are there?
We don't know. You're gonna find out and kill them.
Why do you want these people dead?
Because we believe that they are supplying the devil with a large portion of its power.
So they work for the tower.
Possibly.
How is it possibly?
Because we know that in the tower, we know the head of the tower, he is partaking in this action, but we believe that there may be a crown chapter of these people as well. So we're gonna take care of that part right quick.
If they're helping out Set, then they are no friend of mine.
Very well, sounds good. So will you
And
be the
my
one
blade they
running?
will taste.
Works either way, it's the way I see it. But so little Pixie is not going to be doing this. So I guess you're going to be the one.
I yell out.
I don't know if
I yell out from invisibility. I'm allergic to super hard work. You guys have already given me a lot of work.
I wouldn't mind, but me
Then you
being
hear
the face of a
snoring.
business might not be the best look.
Okay, so who do you suggest?
The pixie.
Pixie is
You
already
hear
stated
snoring.
that she is.
If
All right,
there-
then.
if there's
I
a
guess that's
cushion
you down
nearby,
there.
You see a 1 foot
Granny.
impression on
What's
a cushion.
wrong with him?
It doesn't take a smart person to see that he's not really a business owner type.
Fine.
So yeah, that'd be you. All right, so all this, glad we can work all this out. There's a little, you see the Pharaoh speaks up. There is something else. We will not be having a contract. All ties to the crown must be severed between our two groups to avoid drawing suspicion from the tower.
No contract.
I go.
How are we supposed
Then
to
I
get
can
paid?
quit whenever I want.
How we know you're gonna tell us about Zokan?
Well, I need you, and you need me, so let's work together.
Oh hell.
Right? That's how that works. Yes. Okay then. Glad we got that settled. 65 plus SoCon, freedom to the Ember Isles. Yes.
I say maybe.
Sure.
Very well.
Then I say aloud that I'm winking.
You said I'm winking. Okay. She
I can't.
says, very well. And so for the past 3 months, you've kind of been, actually shortly after that, like a couple days after that, Cupid vanished. And Lucas left. And Lilu went on to go shaman training. And you've kind of been this, yeah, like
The face of this business.
yeah, you've been going to these meetings and stuff, but that doesn't consume a whole heck of a lot of your time. So what else did you do during those 3 months? I'm gonna say, this is the time you guys spent getting to level 7. So you did spent some of this time training. So that's how you guys have leveled up. You spent some of this time training, just like Lilu has been working with the shaman woman, doing some training, and she also leveled up more or less. But what else have you been doing?
Dating.
Dating. Any prospects?
Player.
Who was she messing with?
How many, yeah.
Who was she messing with before
Yeah.
when you got stabbed?
Who you messing with?
It was a few different men that I was talking to.
So
I don't even
Stab
state their
again?
name. I don't even state their name. They like privacy.
are they nobles? Are they commoners?
One got a wife. Just let's.
Oh, so that
Get
dude
stabbed
again.
again.
What's that dude name again? What's that dude name? I forgot.
I forget
Longhorn.
his name.
Longhorn.
Yeah.
But okay, that's what she's been doing. All right. So, wow, she just went up and walked away. I was supposed to continue
All right.
her part of that,
She went to the bathroom?
I guess. Who knows? She didn't say anything.
Started pressing her about her situations.
Okay. So actually, I'll take this time to go to
Oh, I'll snap.
Rain.
What we do?
Actually, I'll go to Rain. Actually, no, I need Clark. I need Clark even to get to you.
Would you like for me to go bang on the door?
So, yeah. How's you guys' day going?
Wait, so why we ending at 6? You guys said you're tired from yesterday?
Winded. That's fine. Alright, so. Oh!
I have to cut this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not.
Ain't no nothing for nobody.
You're not gonna cut this
I might
out.
remember. Somebody hit me up.
You're not gonna remember.
Yeah, I'll message you.
We're like 30 minutes in. I guess it'll be easy. You can just look at the footage till you see windows get
Well,
up.
you should wave the flag so that maybe do you watch them or you just post them?
I would kind of skim through them a little bit down and watch them. Skim through here and there, and I cut out some things. I've done some editing before on some stuff. I don't know.
We should throw the flag at the camera and then that way you'll remember. I mean, throw it at
Word.
the camera.
Hey,
Yeah.
Windows!
Put on the camera.
Mhm. So then you'll notice it,
Mhm.
even if you're fast forwarding.
Somebody call me?
Yeah.
You wasn't using the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
She said she was.
Come on.
Okay.
We all wait on you. It's been quiet in here.
Literally, waiting on you, just got up and walked away.
Oh, my bad.
Nobody said nothing.
I never announced when I'm going.
It's like class, man. You gotta ask me about it.
I would say, just give me like 5 minutes so I can set up this next scene. That's what I would have said. Alright, so you've been dating and training and running this business, being the face for this business. And you hear these rumors about these things I told you earlier, the 3 individuals, mysterious individuals. So I assume you go and investigate these rumors, right? So you head over to the tower and you're asking around, and you kind of having this, like, you know Woodwell, who's got some sway in the tower, and you've met the Grand Master. So what they tell you is that they can't allow you to go see the people because they're fighting for their lives. They are in just horrible shape. But they do allow you, they'll say you can go see them to see if these are, the people you suspect them of being. And over the course of these past few months, you've traveled back and forth from the tower, half of the island, to the crown side of the island, just living. And you've heard, there's been some news of some changes going on in the tower. The tower has stopped resurrecting people. They've stopped offering that service altogether. Any kind of resurrection, reincarnation, out of the tower stopped offering that. No one knows why, but they know they've stopped offering that service. They've also significantly reduced the services they do offer as far as healing people. They generally only heal life-threatening conditions. If it's not life-threatening, they're not really dealing with you. So the traffic that is at the tower is still a lot of people, but it's not nearly as much as it used to be. So, getting in the towers doesn't take as long, whatever. But nobody knows why they stopped offering these services, but they have kind of stopped doing that. But you are allowed to see these guys, just to see kind of like, because nobody knows who they are, where they came from, and they just want to know, like, if anyone knows who they are, they're trying to see if you know who they are, so you can, oh yeah, those are my people, yeah, yada yada yada. So they let you in to see them, And so you kind of go to this room like a kind of like an observation room. Think like surgery, like that glass panel that you see in like medical shows that you can go view people. And you see inside this room, you see a bunch of the green vested, green robed tower people who with the green robe of healer rushing around this room, and you see a half elf, an Azamar,
And the dragon.
and the Dragonborn. And you recognize the Azamar immediately as Toi de Politician. He looks malnourished, and dry, but other than that, he looks like the same Toi. The Dragonborn you do not recognize. And after a moment,
The half elf?
you recognize the half elf. You recognize him as Rain, but he looks different.
I recognize him?
Yes, you recognize him as Rain, but it took you a while to recognize him because, well, the first thing you notice, he only has one hand. And
Left
the
or
second
right?
thing you notice, left or right,
Right. I got my right.
and the second thing you notice is that he looks to be in his late 40s. So 3 months ago, he looked around 25, 27. But the rain before you, he's got gray in his beard and his hair.
Does he have a butterfly?
He also looks, yes, he does. He also looks gaunt, extremely gaunt. His eyes are sunken in, his cheeks sunken in. His long arms and legs look like twigs. He looks extremely gaunt.
I asked, have you guys been feeding him?
They tell you that they arrived like this.
You guys haven't provided any medical?
You see healers running around in there. Literally, you're watching people healing them and stuff right now.
But why do they look so...
We don't know. So that is the...
Can they be released to me?
Not right now, no.
Why?
He kind of gestures to them in this condition they're in right now.
When will they be released?
If they live, and they gain consciousness, we will talk to them and allow you to talk to them, and they will decide what they want to do.
And I don't recognize the Dragonborn
Do not recognize the dragon.
at all.
No. But so yeah, that was your first visit. Okay? So you go visit a few times, but they pretty much just tell you same condition, same condition, same condition, same condition. And a month passes. An additional month passes.
So has it been 3 months or 4? 4?
4 months.
Alright.
And you come to it again, and they're finally like, okay, they're stabilized, and they're waking up. They've woken up. And so they say you'll be able to see them next time you visit.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna start with you, Rain. Rain,
Oh, snap.
you wake up inside of this. You recognize it as like the health facilities of the tower. And your head's hurting a little bit, so you touch you reach your hand up to
My
your
left
head.
hand. Oh.
No, your right hand.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
And you see that it's gone.
No, I have my right.
You said your right hand.
I meant, yeah, I'm keeping my right.
Okay. So you use your left hand, and you notice that it's gone, and then your memory goes back to
4 months ago.
4 months ago, when you sank down into this the mother's embrace, as they call it. So you sank down to the floor, and you ended up in that same bell tower that you had before. And the snake people were there waiting for you, and they escorted you down through the snake city to the mother. And she speaks to you, and she says, "You have done so well. You have proven your loyalty to me. And for this, you shall be rewarded." And she asks you pretty much, what would you ask of me?
I can answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't get it. Is this how they come back?
Yes.
Okay. I was about to say, like, I can't ask anything. Alright.
Where is he?
I say, mother.
Snake.
I say, mother, I would like for the companions that I came down here with to be revived and be released with me. We have important business to take care of up top before you come and claim your throne.
She kind of considers this for a minute, and she's like, such loyalty. This is why I chose you.
I bow gracefully.
And she says, very well. Their bodies shall be prepared. And so, a couple days pass while you're down in Snake City, kind of just chilling.
Talking to my snake brothers.
Yeah, a lot of them you can't really have conversations with because they're just like these emotionless. But there are a few who are like you, and you actually run into Finn.
Oh yeah, what happened to
You
him?
remember him?
Yeah.
But you do actually run into him, and he's kind of like, yeah, they just got me training down here for their upcoming invasion, and you know, how's everything? He actually like, how's everything up on the surface?
I tell him
How's
everything's
everything?
crazy. I tell him the queen being attacked, about to get killed. I tell him how the tower.
He looks really concerned when you tell him about the pharaohs being attacked and stuff.
I tell him about the tower working with the devil.
He's kind of blowing his mind. He's blown away. He's just like,
I ask him what are the odds looking like? Do he really think the snake's gonna rule the world?
he says,
Be real with me.
they aren't extremely disciplined, but from what I've seen so far, there's not enough of them to even conquer the Ember Isles, let alone the world. I mean, they must have some sort of something
Switch
else,
sides again.
you know. So, you know, I'm new here, so maybe they haven't shown me like they'll be good double secrets, but what they got right now, no way, no way.
I asked him, are there any other snake kingdoms underground in places, or just the only one?
This is the only, I haven't heard. It's kind of hard to talk
Come
to.
on,
He's like, it's
Finn,
kind of
you
hard
gotta
to
get-
talk to.
Come on.
I've been trying, man, you know, but, you know. Have you tried talking to these other ones?
They don't talk.
Exactly.
You right.
So, all I know is what I can see. What I can, you know, walk around and look and see. And
So basically, if the mother tried to take over, we all gonna die.
Well, she herself is quite impressive. But I think that she's got something else. Because remember when we
I told her
first
about the big
got here,
snake.
that
I don't know
thing
about
that was on the mountain, she said something like she has others of those, right?
You do know about
I
her.
don't know what those things are. I haven't seen them. So if she's got more,
She probably has other things hiding too.
depending on how many, if she has more of those, then they got a chance. But I haven't seen them myself.
Okay. I said, all right, my brother.
Is that what they do? Is that what they do
That's
here?
between us.
Okay. And so okay, like a third day passes, and the queen kind of comes, not the mother, she summons you to her place again, and your companions' bodies are laid before you, Gore's pieces, Anya's corpse, Twa's corpse, but she did not bring tonics. She kind of said that it was her champion and that she had plans for him, so she would give you these three. And she said, however, she said, we tried to bring them back, but their spirits are tied up.
Oh, can you say to mine, the clan, my ancestors, they won't let me return and go back to the ancestors?
Nah, bruh. And she says, in order to bring them back, You must free them. And she says, prepare for the journey.
Crack my neck.
I really heard a crack.
Me too.
Yeah,
I say, I'm ready for the journey for my companion.
And you see three of you remember those snake people who have like the stone masks that encompass their entire heads?
Mm-hmm.
They walk over to you and they kind of surround you and they begin like painting these markings on your skin, and then begin chanting over and over again. And as you're looking, your vision turns like a bright turquoise color. Like everything turns to bright turquoise color in the room. Like everything you see turns to this bright turquoise color, and you see like fog clouds suddenly drifting around you, and suddenly you are standing in the same room, in the same spot, but everyone around you is like this kind of muted turquoise color, and they were touching before. You see their hands are still there, but they're kind of like phasing through. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me. You know they're in the ethereal plane, but you don't know how it works. You don't know anything. But while the three women were painting those little glyphs on you, you notice that one starts to kind of glow, and it's like this knowledge is settled into you. Like it's just knowledge that you just have. You think maybe it's from your connection from the snakes. That glow is one of your companions laying nearby.
Okay. Like their soul, their spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as you move, it takes you a while to figure out actually how to move. Like you don't walk like you normally do. You have to kind of think, and you can move in the direction you choose. Like move in this direction. And so you figure that out, and you begin moving through the ethereal plane, and you notice that as you move away from the location you're in, you see far behind you in the distance, because you can only see about 60 feet, and then it just fogs out. Like it's just that fog that's rolling around just fogs out. But you see behind you in the distance is this large, bright turquoise like wall, pretty much. And as you move away from it, you see like more and more of it, and you know that's where you came from. You know that's your world. That's what you know. But you see, like, high up on the turquoise wall is this dark black gash. And around that dark black gash is all sorts of various colors. Yellow, red, purple, maroon, just all sorts of colors just jumbled together around this dark black gash, and it's twisted, and it looks like just a wound inside of this wall. And you just notice, that's something you notice. And so you would assume so. And so you head over, you keep moving in the same direction, and you can feel that thing on your side starting to glow brighter and get warmer, and you move through the mountain, and you move again, and it's like you're in the middle of the ocean, and then you move again, and you're on land again. You don't really recognize where you are, but you know you're moving in you're moving in the right direction because of the symbol on your arm. And finally it glows to like it's almost hurting at the heat of it, and you know you've pretty much found where you're going to be, where you need to be, and that your companion is in this area. And so you find yourself in this cold. It's cold. You do feel temperature, and it's cold. You see snowflakes, but they're not falling. They're just kind of hovering in the immediate vicinity. All the color in the area is kind of flushed out. Like there's still colors, but it's like grayscale, you know. When you put that filter on, it's like you still can make out colors, but they're all flushed, very dull. But there's a sea, like a lake, a large lake in front of you. And as you walk up to this lake, the pulsing continues, in your arm. You walk over to this lake and you look down into this lake and you just see hundreds of faces looking back just under the perfectly still surface of the water. You see a whole bunch of just people just looking up at you, and they all are just, it's not like their faces are contorted in pain or anger. They're just, eyes are about as wide as they can go, and they're just looking straight up towards the surface. And you're looking down into this water, and you know Anya is somewhere in there, from the posting of your arm. What do you do?
Anyanka!
See,
I
people
figure
just,
that out. Nobody saying anything?
no, they're just not like, it's like they're looking just a 1,000
They're
yards
not
straight.
looking at me then. They're
Yeah.
just looking up.
Yeah, just straight up.
Is there anything around me, like a rock or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I grab a rock and I drop it.
It hits the water, so the surface, what are ripples ripple out, but it's like it's not like normal water will ripple out for a while and keep going. It kind of settles much faster than normally it would. But the rock does sink,
The rock's in.
and it rests on somebody's face underneath the surface.
I have a rapier, so I take my rapier out and I put it in the water and I see if I can touch somebody's face to see if it's solid.
Kind of just poke somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you do poke. You see a tiny little piece of blood comes out of their face.
Oh, snap. I put it back.
But they don't blink or anything when you do that. You see the eye
You
just
just touch
stays and just you see a little blood that's just looking straight out.
How wide is it? This seat?
Mile.
Yeah, huh? So I can't see like the edge or nothing.
No, you just see 60 feet.
Mm.
Actually, you travel pretty deep into the ethereal plane, so you can only see about 30 feet out.
Okay. See the face. And you said I know Anya's there. I can feel it.
And you kind of have a general direction too. Like, you know, okay, she's in that kind of direction.
Can I do a history check to see if I've ever heard of this? See if this is like the Sea of Lost Souls or something?
Give me an religion check.
Oh my god, 12.
You don't know what you're looking at.
Can I sense my other companions or no?
No.
That's the only one I sense right
That's the
now.
only one you sense right now.
Okay. I get down on all fours at the edge of it. How deep is like the first person's face in the water? Does it
It's
look
like
deep
a foot. It looks like a foot.
Looks like a foot?
Yeah.
With my hand, I kind of just like reach in there to feel the water. What does it feel like?
Ice cold.
It's ice cold?
It is ice cold.
And it feels like regular water?
Yeah.
It's moving around kind of like regular water?
Yeah. But as you disturb the surface, you just see that surface. When you move your hand, it drips back in. It does not ripple as much as normal water would.
I go down further and I touch that first person's face. I just want to see what happens.
So you're just touching their face. You see they don't react to you.
You don't react at all?
Yeah, you don't see any reaction. You're just touching their face right now.
Let me see what spell parts goes on again.
There's a few pockets, so you may have to look for them.
I have a question too when you finish with this.
Hold my breath.
About what I've been doing.
I just put my face in the water. So like I lean and I have my eyes open to see. Can I
It's
see?
ice cold. You can see though. You can see like you see underwater, kind of blurrily. But you can see it feels like ice cold water, but it's just seems like water.
And when I put my head in, all I do is see the faces still?
Yeah, but you notice that actually, you wouldn't notice that. So yeah,
So all I see is the faces, huh?
you just see the people kind of blurry, but yeah, it seems like water.
All right. I strip down.
Okay.
I strip down. I yell out again. Anya!
It just echoes all over the surface that's in front of you, going out.
Alright, so with the thing on my arm, can I tell the general direction? Like, can I sense where I feel she is?
Yeah, you can tell like northeast, like that. And you feel like if the closer you get to where this thing will let you, like you will be able to
I open up my arms just like this and I go in.
Now you dive in. Oh, you just
I'm
walk
walking.
in. You're walking in. You're kind of bumping these guys, these people's bodies as they're walking in.
And nobody's moving, nothing.
You're just looking up as you're walking into this strange lake.
So it's not just facing our body,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
and they're floating.
Yeah.
They're not feeding them around. And
No, yeah, it's like they're floating on their back.
on the back. Oh, okay.
See, I thought it was a whole bunch of just faces, but it's the body with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just face.
Oh,
okay.
my bad, that's on me.
Oh.
They're just bodies looking out.
Oh, okay then. Oh, yeah. So I'm wading through the water. I'm walking
So
through.
you
trying to go towards Anya.
You see, it's quickly getting deeper and deeper.
I start going
Before you
faster
know it,
'cause
you
it's
have to
getting cold.
swim.
Uh-huh.
And so you swim
Mhm.
for a while.
For real?
Yeah, for a while, but you can feel yourself getting closer and closer to her, and then you get to like a few hundred yards out, and you feel that she's directly below you.
Okay. So I feel like she's deep, or
You can't tell.
I just know she's directly below me.
Yeah.
Hold my breath. And I go in.
So you dive underneath this water, and you can feel it's cold. And you start swimming down. And the deeper you go, you're swimming through and past these bodies. They're not like shoulder to shoulder close, but they are relatively close, like within like 2-3 feet of each other. So you're swimming past these people, and you see they're all just floating at different levels, just looking straight up. And you're swimming down deeper and deeper. And the deeper you go, the colder it gets.
Oh.
So it starts.
Does it get dark too? It's getting darker?
No, it's like this place. It seems to just have light. It's like just everywhere. It's just current. So you're just getting deeper and deeper into this this water. And as you swim deeper, you can feel yourself getting closer to Anya. And after a while, you start. What's your constitution?
+2 now. Unfortunate.
So how long
So
can you
that's
hold
2
your breath?
minutes? Right?
I think it's your constitution +1.
Okay, so 3 minutes?
3 minutes. So you are running out of breath. So you're swimming underneath, going deeper and deeper, and you are.
If I cure myself, will that bring back my breath?
No. But yeah, you're running out. And are you continue going deeper? You're trying to turn around.
I still sense she's deeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go a little deeper.
All right, so
I'm looking for
you
it.
go deeper, and you see her face, or you think you see her face because it's pretty far down, and your thing is pulsing pretty hard, but your breath is at its limit. You are.
I'm about to start losing hope.
You
Start drowning.
know you can't make it back up. Even make it back up to the surface. How long it took you to get down here? You know what I'm saying? So
I cast Mage Hand,
okay.
and I have the Mage Hand. Cause you know how everything is light underwater, like you can easily push stuff and move stuff. I cast Mage Hand, and I'm telling the Mage Hand to like help lift Anya up.
Try to bring her kind of to you.
Yeah, and
She's a little bit out of the range of your mage. Actually, no, I say you can see her. Everything's foggy. So yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
so yeah, I got the Mage Hand kind of like lifting her up, and I'm trying to swim up as much as I can.
Okay.
Swimming up.
So you
I'm grabbing bodies and I'm like propelling myself by, you know what I mean? Like,
So you grab her and you kind of trying to pull her with the mage hand as you go up.
I'm trying to have the Mage Hand help both of us go up there. Now that she's next to me, push me up too as I'm swimming up.
You see that as you feel as the mage hand moves her from her position, like a distance like 4 or 5 feet, you feel like just a ripple go through, like a shockwave, like a small shockwave go through the water, and you see all the bodies just move a little bit, and you see it passes by you as well, and you start pulling her up and pulling yourself up, going to the surface, and then you see from the depths of this place, where you can't even see beyond yourself, you see these tentacles just start rising up out of the depths of this water, out of the fog. They start rising up, kind of slowly, kind of tentatively, kind of just touching various bodies. And when they get to the place where Anya's body was, it kind of touches it, and it doesn't feel it, and so they kind of we see them start moving around, and you see more tentacles start raising up and start reaching around, like blindly just trying to feel for where this body is supposed to be. And so you're, as quick as you can, pushing yourself up out of this water area, when you see one of the tentacles actually wraps around
me?
Anya.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It wraps around Anya?
Yeah,
What does it do? Does it
and
pull her?
Starts pulling her down.
By this time, I'm out of breath. I have the mage hand continue to help lift me up. I'm waving body to it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I need to get breath or I'm gonna die.
Okay, so you kind of just waving by. You see it kind of pulls her back down, and it returns her to where she was before, and then you see they shoot up towards you.
Oh my!
And you start swimming out of this place. You're trying to pull yourself up, and well before the surface, you run out of breath. You cannot breathe, and
So if I use cure wounds, I can't just start breathing again?
no,
I don't get my breath back?
That's not how cure wounds work. But you, well before the surface, you run out of breath. These tentacles are coming from behind you, reaching up. But you notice they're carefully moving past these bodies, not knocking them out of place. It's difficult, so they're moving kind of slow, but they are gaining on you. And as you run out of breath, you inhale, and you can breathe fine. You can breathe in this water. It's not like that.
Yeah, huh?
But isn't it cold?
It is cold.
It's cold, but I can
It's not
breathe.
freezing.
I take in that breath. I feel so stupid. I start swimming back towards Anya. Oh, I said I stripped, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't bring my spear with me. I mean, I said
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I sure did strip.
But you see these tentacles are moving through the water towards you still.
I keep swimming up.
You keep swimming up?
I keep swimming up. As I'm swimming up, I'm like trying to put some of the dead people, the dead bodies, like where I was.
Oh.
Like if there's one right here, I grab it and like move it behind me.
Moving them, they kind of, each one you move, the tentacles seem to change their direction a little bit and orient closer to you. Like you moving them is like setting off like a sensory kind of thing.
All right, I'll stop touching them. I'm just swimming to the top there.
All right, so as you're swimming, give me an athletics check.
Well, that's a fail. Athletics. Oh, just -1. Oh my god!
3.
I need to stop rolling with that.
Yeah, so you aren't a great swimmer. you're not a strong swimmer. So you're swimming, but you're not that fast, and they quickly gain up to you. They reach you just as you break the surface of the water. And what it does is you say you strip down.
I got underwear on.
Pantaloons.
Trying to swim fast.
So let me see how I'm gonna figure this out.
Use mage hand as a diversion.
So it quickly, like one of them reaches up, and one tentacle reaches you, and it kind of wraps around your left hand, and the cold that this water has feels like a hot summer day compared to this thing. And as it wraps around you, it kind of, you feel it kind of feel your hand, like it's feeling your hand, and as it feels like the warmth coming from it, it kind of just releases you and recedes back down. But as it releases your hand, you see your hand is a block of ice. Your hand. It is not a block of ice, but it is black and immovable. And you're on this at this surface of this pool, this lake. Just what do?
Swim back to the shore.
All right, so you're leaving Anya down there.
She don't want to come anyway. You made me lose my head for her. All right, no, without metagaming, I would grab my spear and go back and try to get her. Now that I know that I can breathe,
Okay.
you know. So I would grab my spear. I would swim down there. I'm cutting some tentacles.
But ain't your hand gone?
One.
Oh.
So it's extremely difficult for you to swim with your spear in only one hand.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Um,
You're right.
But
Yeah, I'm leaving Anya, man. I already lost the hand behind her. Forget it.
Is
okay.
it truly lost?
My hand is completely black. I try to cure wounds it.
nothing occurs.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Healing word. I say heal.
nothing occurs.
No, I wouldn't leave Anya. I like Anya. Yeah, I go down there with the spear this time.
Sucker.
I can't breathe. I mean, I can breathe, so I don't mind. That's
Alright,
gonna
so
take a while.
It takes a while. You swim down. You do the same thing. Mage hand. Try to
I
bring her
use
up.
mage hand, try to bring her up. As it's bringing her up, I'm kind of like under her, so I want her to be a little like maybe she's right here, being pushed up, and swimming under her. So when I see the tentacle about to grab her, I reach out and I try to cut it.
Okay. All right. So as you're doing this, you're swimming up. The tentacles return. They break up and go after you, and you begin slashing them. And you see when your blade touches them, they kind of just, it's like you're cutting through a cloud where it just severs it. It just severs the tentacles, and they kind of just not the smaller end that you cut off. It kind of just disperses into the water. And it will recede and go down, and then come up some more. But you're swimming up to the surface, and you actually make it out. You make it to the surface, and as these tentacles continue to go by, you begin slicing at them, cutting at them as they go by, and you make it back to shore. However, the moment you lift Anya's body out of the water, out of the entire area, that vibration you heard before that went through the water, you see a massive one that disturbs the entire surface of this once still lake. Where the lake was once perfectly still, it's now jostling like there's a storm going on above it. The moment you break her out, and then as you, but strangely enough, you don't hear much noise. You don't hear like a lot of sound coming. It's just this horrible storm going on, this invisible storm that you can't see. And so after you like take her out, you see that her body kind of shrivels to this small like skeleton almost, like all her flesh just shrivels up, and she turns to like ash on your hands. But those ashes kind of glow, and they go onto that tattoo you have on your arm. Not tattoo, but those markings.
Yeah.
And then a second tattoo on your other side glows up.
Is it so with this tattoo going? Do I feel the connection, like in the direction it's pointing me to?
It's the same.
Same feeling.
It's the same feeling.
I start following it.
All right, so it's not much. It doesn't take as long to get to this one. You arrive there. It's impossible to tell time because there's no light, but you get hungry a few times. You eat. You see on your arm, your hand, that blackness is spreading slightly further and further up your hand. So you actually arrive at a clearing, weirdly enough, like a forest clearing with a small like cabin in front of it, and it's like the trees around here kind of make it dimmer here. It's not dark, but it is dim. So you can see like a flickering like candlelight coming from this cabin. What do you do? And Twa is inside this cabin.
Okay, so since I can see a flickering candlelight, there's a window.
Yeah.
I'll stealthily go up to the window.
Or give me a stealth roll.
Stealth high. Hey, my roll sucked today. Natural 1.
Okay, so you go up to this window and you lean on it. You kind of try to peer in it, but your hand being like what it is,
Black.
like you can't feel it. You kind of wrap it right up against the window. Tink!
This guy.
But as you look into this window, you see Twa, or who you think is Twa. What you see is, you know it's Twa, but it doesn't look like Twa at all. It looks like Twa if he were 80 and his hair had been growing for the past 60 years. And also, including with that, the inside of this cabin is a nightmare. You see these mosquito-looking creatures. If they were about the size of Chihuahua, no, not even Chihuahua, like bulldog size. They have these strange, multicolored eyes like flies and long, stinger, mosquito-like mouths, and they are crawling all over Twa, and they have their needles all in his flesh, and you just see Twa kind of staring forward, and he's screaming in agony. But as you're looking at that, his scream suddenly stops, and he begins to kind of smile. And then you just kind of, that's what you see on the inside. But as your hand wraps up, you see a bunch of the mosquito bugs kind of fly over to the window and kind of just start like looking at it, looking through this window. And you see some of them seeing, they're kind of trying to get at you, but like stupid bugs, they're kind of just running up against this window. What do you do?
Okay. So, I back up. How far can you throw a spear?
30 feet without disadvantage, I believe.
Oh, I have a bow on me. Alright, so I back up about 30 feet.
Okay.
Touch myself, I go greater invisibility.
Okay.
Take my bow out. Shoot the window.
Alright, so the window shatters, and you see these bugs fly out. There's like 15 of them that fly out and start swarming
I'm laying
around.
on the grass.
Start swarming around the area. But you can hear their noise they're making now. It's like this humming, just this low hum. It's disturbing, really, because it sounds like a human humming, like a bunch of humans humming. It doesn't sound like a buzz, like an insect. It sounds like a bunch of humans humming. And some of them fly, but you can still hear that there are still some inside there. They're flying out. They're kind of flying around, clearly searching for you. So you're just invisible. So it'll just be a beast. Just find you out. Yeah, they haven't seemed to have been able to locate you yet. You're laying deep in this grass.
Started army crawling.
So you crawl over to the window, the door.
I crawl. The door's closed? Or open?
It's closed.
I crawl to the window.
Alright, so you see.
I slowly stand up and peek inside. How many bugs are still inside?
They're still covering like the ceiling. You see some on the floor. There's and as you stand there looking, you see Twi begins to scream again. Ah! And then after a couple of minutes, he starts smiling again.
Do these bugs look magical? Does it seem like?
Yes, they are massive bugs.
Well, I mean, how far is he away from the window?
He's about 7 feet.
About 7 feet?
Yeah, he's not far.
And you said there's still.
It's a small cabin. It's not very big. It's
and
like
you said
one
bugs
room.
are covering the walls, the floors. Bugs
Not covering,
on
there's
them.
like they're all over it. It's not like
They're all
a
over everywhere.
carpet, but it's like a lot of them. Yeah.
Have to lose a foot.
No. I take out the torch.
Okay.
I kind of crouch. I light the torch on fire.
Okay.
I toss it on the opposite side of the room. That's why I was in. So on the opposite side of that.
You see the bugs kind of scatter where it landed. But it's not like it's lighting the wall on fire.
It's not lighting up on
No.
fire?
It doesn't seem like fire works the same here as it does on the material. So it's just kind of sitting there, but the light, that bright light, kind of the bugs kind of scatter away from it.
Okay. So this is what I'm hoping. So I tossed it to the side. Let's say it landed by the door, right?
Okay.
Alright. I walk by the door. I open up the door.
All right.
Slowly.
All right. So you open up the door, stealthily.
Stealthily.
Give me a roll.
Slowly. 5 plus 10. 15.
Okay. So you open up the door. You see all the little bugs that are around Twa and whatnot. They don't seem to notice.
I try to grab the torch that I threw. That's
All right.
close by the door.
So as you reach down, you feel a stinging in the back of your neck.
I'm invisible. Remember that.
Yeah. As you reach down, you feel a stinging in the back of your neck. And you can tell from the stinging, it's not like some small, one of these regular size ones. It's like it's a big mama, something that just stuck huge. And immediately, your vision changes. And you're sitting in that cabin at a dining table. And you see a little girl and a little boy and Twa and a woman all at this same dining table, just having a family thing. Twa, actually the woman, she kind of looks over to you and she's like, "Oh, Rain, come eat. You know? And it does not seem unusual to you. You're visiting Twa, having some dinner with his family.
So I don't know I'm having like a little
No,
vision or
no.
nothing.
You're having dinner with Twa's family.
So yeah, I go and I sit down with the family.
Alright, so you go, and when you sit down you hear this humming noise, and it's a strange noise that you hear, but it goes away after a second, and you don't recognize it. Give me a
About to I roll for
history
or
I'm gonna
something.
say, give me a charisma save.
Ooh, so 24.
Briefly, you your eyes clear and you see Twa smiling, sitting in front of you, covered in these insects. When the woman and the kids disappear, and you can look down and you see yourself covered in these insects, and then almost overpowered, and suddenly you're back in the room, but you know there's something very much wrong. You just see Twa sitting away on the other side of you, just smiling. What do? You see the woman, she sets down the food in front of you. Kids come over to the she's like, "Come kids, come eat." You see they come and they begin to eat.
I look at Twa and I say, "I know this is a beautiful memory and you must miss home, but this isn't real."
Twa, you're having dinner with your family. It's just regular old day after a hard day politicking in Tulanda. Came home. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're having Rain over for some chop.
Okay. Brother, welcome to my house. How do you do?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for the greetings. But before we catch up, I just need you to remember, Twa, we just met. I've never been to Tulane. This isn't real.
Give me a charisma save.
I don't even get on time.
Yeah.
Oh, I sound messed up. Oh, it's 10. Plus 18?
What he's saying to you, you just get a feeling of dread when he says that to you. Just a deep feeling of something terrible is happening, going to happen. Just a real feeling of dread when he says that to you. And just as you say that, and you feel this feeling, you hear a banging come from the door.
At my house?
Yes.
Who did you bring to my home?
I
They are coming to kill us all.
brought the truth, Twa. It's time to wake up.
As you say to wake up, the door gets kicked in, and you see these men in this silver armor with like this white diamond with wings on it, and they just begin to destroy your furniture, your house. This is they don't say anything, but you see their faces, and you know their faces, and you know you will never forget their faces. One of them is a dwarf. He seems to be the leader. He's got this short blonde hair with like his like a bull nose ring on, and the other two are these like Triton guys, one male, one female. Not guys, one male, one female. Two Tritons with reddish hair. They look like twins, and they come in and they snatch up your children. As you try to conjure your magic, it just doesn't. You kind of just stick your hand out, and that usual blast that comes.
Weapon?
No, you're just sitting at a dining table. You got a fork.
I grab a fork and start running at him.
As you go to move, you can't. You're just kind of stuck at the table, unable to move at all, while this dwarf comes over and drives his sword through your back, straight through the chair, through your chest.
Oh my God! What did you bring to my home?
Like, do I see him get killed?
You see, he yells in pain, and he kind of falls over. You see Twa's wife let out a scream, and suddenly the entire home catches the blaze. Like you see, she's like this magic burst of flame comes from her, and you see the Triton guys. They kind of throw their arms up and kind of dive to the side, but you see they get badly burned, each on the opposite side of their body. And you see the dwarf, he kind of lifts Twa up and blocks it, the flames, but the flames kind of flush around Twa without burning him, and they kind of singe the dwarf just a little bit.
His homies died?
Huh?
His homies died?
No, they just kind of got badly burned.
And they took the kids?
After they pull out a crossbow and launch a bolt into Twa's wife's neck, they then go and grab the kids, and you see the dwarf kind of pulls his sword out and drops Twa to the ground, and he's kind of just bleeding out, just watching the kids, and he just begins to scream, no! And they grab the children, and the two Triton guys all burned up. They grab the kids and they pull them out of the house, and the scene kind of turns to ash, and you just see Twa just laying there in this like kind of darkness, and you kind of just standing there, kind of just watching. And then the darkness kind of passes, and you see him kind of get reset. You see him, you kind of blink for a second, and you see he's sitting back there, and you see the family is sitting there, and they're, oh, Rain, come on. You see you're back at the front door. Come on over. Come on over, Rain. And what do?
I say to him, Twa, this must be the memory that haunts you.
Brother, welcome to my home.
Remember, I am not from Tulanda. I've never been here before. This is the memory that haunts you, Twa. It's time to wake up.
Give me a charisma save.
I know, that's why I invited you here. You're my guest. The first time in Tulanda. Wisdom?
Charisma.
Oh, charisma. 13 plus 8, 21.
For a brief second, you see you blink, and you see Rain in front of you, and you see a massive insect-like creature on his back, sticking its stinger down into him, and you see as it's doing so, you see his face starting to like gain some wrinkles, and you see his hair starting to grow a little gray, and you see it's just sucking the life out of him.
I should have just blasted the creature.
But after a second, you kind of blink, and you're back in the place. But you know what you saw, and you did look down at yourself and see these insects covering you.
I say to him, I guess that I am in the illusion I was in before.
You are. That's what I'm
I
saying.
was a boy.
You see, the wife sits down on the plate in front of you. Go ahead, Rain, eat up.
What's the name of that servant who I've spoken to?
Finn,
Leaf?
Lee.
Leaf.
Leaf.
The dude, remember I told him the story about the illusion?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
I
Leaf,
remember. It may have been.
Like I told Leaf, when you want to step out the illusion, come to me. I should have just blast over his shoulder. Can I do that? Or does it work?
Alright, so as you try to gather that magic power that you know you have, give me a charisma save.
Alright. Oh man, got 11.
You see, you can't seem to grasp that magic power. It seems something's blocking you, keeping you from it.
I try to leave the home.
You try to get up and walk out. See, your wife says, where are you going? Where are you going? Just as you stand up, you hear those knocks come to the door. Do, do, do.
What do you usually do in this illusion? Do something different.
In this illusion,
See the door is kicked open.
I can do nothing.
You see,
Well, let's do something.
Perhaps you are here to free me of it. Perhaps it's not what I would do, but what you would do.
Let's see. I reach back to see if I have my weapon with me.
give me a charisma save.
Natural one.
I still can't.
You can't move at all.
I'm like,
You saw the guys come in, those men, they come in, you see the dwarf, he sees you, he immediately rushes at you with his sword. First give me a charisma save.
I wish I didn't leave my ace. Because I had a bunch of different stuff, man. 14 plus 8, 22 or whatever.
So you're able to dodge out the waves of blood, and his eyes kind of widen, and he freezes for a moment, and he turns and he looks at you, and you can move freely. You see the other two guys come in, and they raise their swords at you, and they attack at you as well. You see Rain just kind of sitting there.
I try to dodge them.
I can't try to move again?
Yeah.
Or
I can't try to move again?
Nah, I'm not
Or I'll try to run out the cabin. Betty, I try to run out the cabin.
Oh, you just try to sprint out the
I can't
cabin?
bring grab him.
You need some.
You
Sprint
try
and
to
grab him.
he was
I'm
across the
using
table
before.
from you.
I need
so
my
you have
black
to go
ones.
around or jump over the table to him. See what I'm saying?
Okay. I'll jump over the table.
So he's not on the way
well, when I
out.
dodge the door, where's that put me?
Against the wall near the door, near the front door.
I was trying to see if I could smack behind him, because I remember this creature grab, so I tried to see if I could attack behind him.
Behind him?
Yeah, whenever I saw the creature, hit his back.
Okay, so you start swinging just behind Rain's back. You feel your fist hit into something, smashing into something. Although you can't see something, give me an attack roll. And as he does that, you are kind of briefly released. So give me another charisma save.
What am I rolling for?
Attack? Just
D4?
just D20. See if you hit.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, here's the charisma.
Oh, why am I rolling so horrible?
9.
17. It's just straight 17, isn't it?
You roll plus proficient. Proficiency? Yeah, you're proficient. You're automatically proficient with unarmed strikes. So 20. So yeah, you start wailing on this thing, smashing into this thing, and suddenly you feel just pain all over your body, and the vision kind of flickers and vanishes, and you just see Rain kind of just sitting in a chair, just looking straight ahead, and you see insects all over you, and you see you got your fist into the face of this mosquito-like creature. You got your fist buried into its eye, blood's rushing down your arm, and you see these insects swarming you, just stabbing into you, and it hurts, but it's not like they're not like going super deep or penetrating into your organs or anything like that.
Do I see a weapon on him?
You do see a spear on him.
I take his spear and stab that creature again, making it dead.
Alright, so he's begin stabbing it. As you thrust the spear, you can attack roll.
They were up to that. We might have to one day, man.
I don't know how much that'll help.
14 plus what?
You're proficient with it.
Oh, 17.
So yeah. Okay, so yeah. You roll damage?
I'm not rolling for that.
It's a D8.
That's crazy. 4.
And then plus your dex.
Oh. Was that 2? 4 plus 2. 8. I mean 6.
Alright, 6. So you drive your spear into this thing's face, stab at it, and it kind of yells out and releases Rain, you see the room as you saw before with the creatures swimming around. You see a mass of them in front of you, holding your spear. Just you can't even see a
Holding the spear
underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't even see Twat underneath them. They're just sticking and stabbing.
Sheesh.
What do you do?
I grabbed my rapier and I tried to start swiping them off him.
All right, so
I should roll.
you just begin to roll. Okay, so all right, so you begin rolling on the ground. But you, like, as you roll, some of them get crushed, some of them fall off, but more keep just swarming around him. And then you see that big one kind of start floating up above you all.
Stab?
Yeah, and it starts trying to fly out the window, trying to get away.
I stab at it.
I do necrotic shroud. Can I
Oh,
use
you
powers?
go, yeah.
I go to necrotic shroud mode.
Okay, so
I
you
think I just make a fear save first of all.
yeah. All the creatures on you first, they automatically just kind of burst away from you.
Warping into that little
I
demon
turn my eyes away.
And okay, so you kind of don't have the creatures on you right now.
Oh, cool. Do they got branded too? Because the fear for
Is it 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they flee off you to the small ones. Similar to where that fire you through, they kind of just give you guys a large aura, and that thing begins to. You say you attacked it, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll.
10.
Alright,
Tomorrow.
10?
Today.
Yeah, no. You stab at it, and it you kind of stab it in the back, but the back end of it is kind of tougher, so you aren't able to penetrate, and it begins to force itself out that window you shattered.
Hit it, Twa!
I hit it. Oh, that's a bit of Eldritch Blast. I'll shoot Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2 attacks.
Man, what was my stats for that? Oh, I can still see it. Nice. Okay. Cool. I'm rolling both. Oh my god. One of them is plus 8 attack. Okay, so that's 19.
The other one is
Was that a 9 or 6?
it's a 6.
6. What's 6 was 8? 14? 14,
Okay, so you both hit. So go ahead, roll damage.
plus
5
damage. But what
1d10?
is it?
Yeah, 1d10.
Oh, 1d10? For both?
Yeah.
Alright, 1d10 plus 5.
Eldritch Blast kind of strong.
Yeah.
1d10. You shoot 2 of them?
9 plus 5, and then 8. So 9 plus 5 is what?
All right, so you
14,
blow it.
8.
You blow it into pieces. One tears through, tears its entire left side off. The other tears its entire right side off. It blown into pieces. And as the Eldritch Blast connects and this thing dies, you see your vision briefly flashes and you see the dwarf guy. He's trying to crawl out the window, and your Eldritch Blast kind of strike him in the back twice, killing him. And you see all the other insects just fall dead as well. And then you see Twa, and his hands begin to kind of turn to ash, and you watch as your hands kind of turn to ash, but you kind of have a strange understanding of what's happening, and you see him fall into ash and enter into one of your tattoos.
I absorb it.
Yeah. All right.
Do another thing appears?
Yeah.
Does it light up?
Same thing. Lights up. And making
My way towards it.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for them to come back, I guess.
I don't even know if they're gonna come back.
Alright, we can go through it if they don't need to come back.
I need
I feel like you need them,
check,
right?
though.
Oh, we'll get him. I will get him.
Yeah, because I guess you're done with this part too.
Yeah, I will get him.
Alright, so what am I walking to? What do I see?
You
Don't need you.
You are walking across an open field. You move like you move. You're not really walking, but you're moving through the ethereal across an open field, and you end up at a prairie. But in this prairie is this absolutely massive thing. It has 4 legs and a torso, and the legs come out in like a L shape, like it goes straight out from the base of his body and goes down, and it looks like an X.
Okay.
But this thing is so tall you can't even see the top of it. And you see it's kind of mechanical. you can't really make out any details of it because of the fog and the distance and all, but you can hear like metal scraping against metal, steam being released, and you see it is moving. Its leg raises up, falls back down, and you know that Gore is at the top.
I can feel him at the top of
You
that
feel
thing?
him at the top of this machine.
It's a massive machine.
Yes.
And I can't see him because you said I can't even see the
No,
top.
you can't even see that, but you know he's up there.
Does this machine look like it has crevices that maybe I can climb up?
Yeah. It looks like, it, it's got like where metal rivets are. You can scale it. And the way movement works in the ethereal plane, you kind of just think and you move in that direction. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
I look toward the top.
there's no
and I think-
actual like gravity.
Oh, okay. Well, I look toward the top. I think I'm flying. I
Alright,
try
so
to
you
start flying.
you start moving upwards towards the top of this machine, and for some reason you're moving along it, but like when you first entered the ethereal plane, you feel like this thing is not really here. It's on the other side of wherever here is. But for some reason, you can still touch it. All right, and you move up to the top of this, whatever it is, this mechanism, and you move swiftly. And at the top is, well, you see a lot of different pieces to it, mechanical pieces. It looks like it might be actually some residential places, like homes on it and stuff.
On top of this?
Like
Is that
just,
big?
as you're going up, this thing, it's
Oh.
massive, it's humongous, and you see it's moving slowly but surely towards something, and but you don't see like any people or anything. But you move up to the top of this thing, and at the top of it, you see Gore. And he is in a strange wall. It's like his body has been kind of encaptured in this wall, and it's glowing this bluish glow that is reminiscent of the magic stuff you drunk. And he's stuck along with a bunch of other people. Like a whole bunch of others, like this wall at the top of this thing, and you see it looks like they're all being drained of this energy to this like center crystal, but the crystal is then atop this. It looks kind of like a furnace, except when you look inside of it, it's like a massively complex engine type thing. You see gears, belts, fans, all sorts of things, all glowing red hot, all moving in tandem from this energy being fed by this crystal. And you see Gore is one of these people who is trapped up in the thing. What do you do?
So first I go to the wall,
Okay.
blue wall. I try to see, do any of them, like, can they see me when I get close to it? Do they see me?
They seem unconscious.
They seem unconscious? Okay, I try to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Give me an Arcana
It's
check.
level 3. Okay. 17.
Before you cast the smell action, you think about it again. You're like, that wouldn't nearly be enough to,
Just checking. I go to the little crystal that's feeding the furnace with all the gears and things. I touch it.
As you reach out to touch it, and you do touch it, you feel you lose all your spell slots.
Oh my god!
They're immediately, all their magic power is sucked out of you into this crystal.
I take out my rapier. Not my ancestral weapon.
Okay.
I take out the rapier. I swing at it.
At the crystal?
One hard time. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
That's better. Nothing. 15.
15. You strike the crystal, and it doesn't even seem like you see the tip of your rapier is just slightly bent.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Now the opening to the furnace. If I look down there, so you said I see a lot of gears and
Yeah, it's
things.
like a very complex
So then it's
mechanism.
not. Okay. So then it's not fire then. It's just different mechanisms and different gears.
Yeah, it just looks like it is some sort of contraption, mechanical contraption.
I take my rapier and I try to stick it in the gears to try to
So
jam it.
you jam your rapier up, and you see your rapier is obliterated. Sparks fly, but the mechanism just keeps on chugging along.
Do they have like some stairs or anything to go down in there?
Where you are now, you can't see any in this. It's like think like an open air auditorium type thing. Like it's just an open area with this crystal and this machine, and like the LA Opera House. You know, it has that like dome, like half dome, where the echo goes out or whatever. It's kind of like that. That's like a wall that's over it, and at the center is this crystal. You see gore stir a little bit.
I go back over to the to where they all are, and I scream to see if that helps anything.
Who are you screaming at?
I'm just saying, gore!
You see he does stir a little bit, like he kind of moves, maybe groans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My rapier is broken. I shoot some arrows at it just to see what it does.
They just are eating up.
Is that stirring anybody? I'm shooting at the little force field there behind. Is it making a lot
No,
of noise?
it's like think of it like a wall of clay with like some people set inside of it, like just covered by this stuff.
Oh.
So your arrows just sink in it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like okay, I see.
Except it's like this bluish glow reminiscent of that.
I light one arrow on fire.
It gets snuffed out and
Yeah.
flies into it. Yeah.
I go back to the crystal.
All right.
It already sucked my magic. So I try to kick it and just see if it'll just like, I don't know, maybe
You
fall
see
out of place.
it's attached.
It's attached?
Yeah, it's attached securely.
Alright, I'm looking. Does it have like any bolts or anything, or it's just like
It's
in place?
It's like riveted and stuff to the top of this thing. There's like a small cage affixing it to the top of this furnace thing.
Alright. I look around to see if there's any way like deeper inside with the gears and stuff. Somebody needs to have put this together.
You don't see any obvious.
No.
No.
Alright, so it looks like LA Opera House. They're in this little clay thing.
You see one of the people kind of moves, and you see he kind of reaches out of the clay, and his hand kind of passes out, and then it's pulled back in.
I hurry up, I rush over there.
Oh, you rush over to him?
No, not to him. I rush over to Gord.
Okay.
And I try to touch where his face is protruding from the clay.
You see, it has some give to it.
I try to start moving the clay from around his face.
So yeah, you're able to move it out.
Start.
He stirs. He's kind of like moving. He kind of struggles a little bit, but he's still unconscious.
I grab my spear.
Okay.
I start cutting some of the clay away from
All right. So chunks start falling off, and you've exposed a large portion of it. You've exposed his torso.
I wrap my arm around him, and I try to pull him up.
Give me an athletics check.
You know I'm probably gonna fail. 11.
You pull him out some. Like you pull some of them out, and he kind of starts getting pulled back in the moment you like to release
Let go.
pressure. Yeah.
Alright, so then I try to fixate my spear like behind him and try to like pry him out.
Give me athletics with advantage.
All right. Natural 20.
All right, so you pop him out of that thing. Pop, and he falls to the ground on top of you. So, you see some fluid kind of spills out of the hole you made where he was. Spills to the floor, and as that fluid spills out, you start seeing these people come up, like just kind of out of the floor, like raise up, but they're on the other side. You can tell that they're on the other side, just looking around. You see them urgently, you can't really hear, but you see them beckoning to each other and talking to each other and pointing at the wall at the spot where Gore was left out.
As they're doing that, I try to take in my surroundings to see like if I know where this will be in the
you
real
can't
world.
even see at all. You just fog. Remember, you can only see a certain.
Yeah,
You
did say that.
absolutely no idea.
Okay.
But you look around, trying to take it in. Oh, Gore, you gain consciousness. Gore gains consciousness on this thing. And Gore, you died. And you found yourself here in the ethereal plane. Not really surprising. You kind of knew that's how things went. But everything was wrong. The ethereal plane is supposed to be kind of this peaceful, sanguine place where spirits go to retire. And they're supposed to border, like certain areas border certain areas in the material plane. And occasionally things do come over from not the material plane, they border all the planes. Ethereal plane borders all the planes, and all the dead from all the planes come to here. And so it's supposed to be like this place where everything is peaceful, everything is calm, and you kind of just observe what's going on in the other worlds. That's basically what the ethereal plane is. But here in this ethereal plane, it is far from it. There are things coming across into this ethereal plane that should not be. Things that aren't dead, things that are still alive. And all these things are using they're capturing these dead souls and using them, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are capturing these dead souls and using them for whatever purposes they have. You don't know exactly what they're doing, but you know that shouldn't be. Like the spirit of a person is not supposed to be used to fuel a great machine. So you came across this machine and you decided to take it out, and you got trapped up in here at the top. And so last thing you remember is people on the other side reaching out and grabbing you and being powerless to fight them, and placing you inside this wall. And the first thing you do when you open your eyes, you see Rain. You're laying on top of Rain, and he's kind of looking up at you, and you are out of this machine.
I grab him by his throat and start choking.
He grabs you by your and he starts choking, but it's not very strong. He seems weak, so it's kind of just like.
I move his head. I say, I just saved you. What's wrong with you? And I stand up and I'm like,
You work for the mother. And I start choking you again.
But you feel your hands, you can't really get a good, like you feel really, really weak. Like you have no spell slots.
So have I been weak since I entered into the material plane?
No. When you first came here, you felt like you were at almost full power. Like spell casting was extremely difficult. That's just the nature of spirits in the material plane. It's extremely difficult to cast a spell. Very difficult. But you still felt you had like magic power and stuff. But after coming out of that wall, you feel completely drained. Like you can barely even stand.
I take his hand from around my throat. I say, the mother has granted me a way to bring you guys back to life, so I'm here to bring you guys back.
Before I leave, I need to destroy this machine. It shouldn't be here.
This machine you were just trapped in?
Yes.
What is this machine? It seems like it's on the regular plane too.
It's using souls to power something. It's using souls to power. It's using souls to power something.
When I released you from that clay or whatever that is right there, men from the regular plane.
You can see them. You can both see them standing there, just like kind of talking.
They came up. It was like they knew their power source, I guess, was being. I don't know. This is crazy.
How many people are stuck in the machine?
You see, in this wall you see that you just came out of, you see about probably around 30 of them, but you know they're more deeper in. There are more deep. This is just on the surface. You know there are more souls trapped deeper inside this wall.
We need to free all these souls. Can we do the voice thing? We need to free all these souls.
We might have to free them in the material plane. I just came to free you right now.
There you go again. With
What?
your selfish endeavors.
I just saved your life.
But why not the others? What makes me more important than them?
You think these few souls that we see right here is powering everyone? I mean,
No,
powering
there's
this
more
big
souls
thing.
deeper in
You want to go back in there?
to save the other souls. If we need to find a way, yes.
I can't even cast any spells.
Neither can I.
You sound like a fool's
But you
mission to me, Gore.
But you have a brain, yes.
Gore.
So do I.
This remind me of the time we ran into that guy that was killing people, and you wanted to kill him, and I had to stop you. Remember that?
You
And I saved your life.
Says who? You forcibly cast a spell on me to make me do something I didn't want to do.
Gore, let's just go to the material plane. Do you know where this is on the material plane? I can't tell.
No, I don't. But if we're here, be careful, don't touch it. It might suck you in and did that to me. But we need to find a way to destroy this thing. I cannot leave until it's destroyed. Or at least I know that there's a way to destroy it on the material plane. One or the other.
Well, I carved you out. I can carve out a few souls. The ones that are just eye level. There's no way to get to the top ones.
We'll start carving.
Carve out a few people that's eye level.
So you begin to carve out. After the second person you carve out, you see more of those guys kind of rise up from underneath the surface of this area. More of them come, and then you see them begin looking at you.
They're looking at me?
Yeah, you see them. You can't really make out like the faces, but you see their faces are, directly looking at you, and they kind of follow you as you move. And they begin pointing at you. And you see some of them begin pointing at Gore.
I think it's about time we left. They can. Did they capture you?
I don't remember.
I take out my bow. And I just shoot at one.
Chip passes right through their body and hits the wall, sinks in.
They can see us.
How many
From
did
the
you
material
free?
plane.
He get one more.
We only freed that one. Is there any more on the?
I walk over to the one.
Yeah, there's a few more. Yeah.
I walk up to the one. Is he?
He seems to be unconscious.
Okay.
I try to carve out another one.
All right, you begin carving.
And
out.
as I'm carving, I'm looking behind me to see.
Just checking on them. You see as you begin carving this third person, you see another figure comes up from the ground. This one's taller than the other ones, and you see, like I said, it's hard to make him out, but you see it appears to be robed somehow, and
It's a mage. Good job.
you see it has a staff in its hand, and it kind of walks over to the group of people, and you see they all begin just pointing directly at you.
It's time to go, Gore. It's time to go back to the material plane. I'm not being trapped here. I just came here to free you guys.
You see the guy.
You guys, who else is free?
I freed you, Anya, and Twa.
Where are they?
They're inside of me. Now you have to get inside of me. I don't know how they came inside of me.
It's getting worse.
I try to put the other guy inside of you.
It's not for him. It's you. You have to turn into ash, and you come inside me, man. I know that sounds weird, but they did it. All right. I'll show you the little carvings.
Give me an Arcana check.
12.
You recognize them to be some sort of ritual, but you don't know what it is.
I think you have to realize your mission here is complete. I don't know, man, but it's time to go. I don't want to be captured.
I cannot leave these souls here trapped.
You see the robed figure. He kind of moves over to you.
What I look at the machine. What do I see?
Over to you. You see the furnace thing.
The thing that we was trapped in.
Oh, it's just what it appears to you. It looks like just a wall of people stuck in it.
And as I look around about my surroundings at the machine, do I see anything else that looks unusual on the machine?
Other than the crystal and the furnace in the center that the wall seems to be powering, no, not really. And the guys standing around.
I grab the crystal.
You grab it. You fall to the ground. You take 5 levels of exhaustion as your life force is sucked out of you, and you can't even move.
I would have told you, don't touch it. I'll go over there to him. Yeah, you look pretty tired. I don't know if I can handle that. But you have to realize what you did here is done. That's what Twan needed to do. He needed to realize
What I did here is done.
Realize that you have nothing to do here, and it's time to go back to the material plane.
Well, I can't do anything now, can I?
Exactly.
I can't even move.
That is true. We'll find this place.
So you tell me I need to give up?
I don't know what they did. Maybe you need to give up.
I don't like giving up. There's always a way. There's always a way. Always a way. But
I say,
can't seem to do
hey.
anything right now.
Hey, listen.
What do you have on you?
Listen. Don't be mad, but I'm doing this for your own good. All right?
I knocked him off. With your spear?
All
right.
I just hit him with the butt of my
he's
spear.
prone, and as you hit him with the butt of your spear, he does fall unconscious, and you see kind of the rope figure just looking really close at your face, like he's looking, like you can pass through him and stuff. He's looking directly, like real close at your face, and he goes down.
I take a mental note of his face.
Oh, you can't really make out his face. It's kind of like just you can just see that his face is looking directly at your face. And as Gore is knocked unconscious, you see he turns to ash and is absorbed into you, and it gets into your tattoo. And you see the guy just kind of following you around, just looking at your face. What do you do on top of this thing?
And you said I can't really get his features like that?
Let's see.
I think about the entrance and the blue veil that I saw, and I don't even travel that. I instantly teleport.
You don't, but you do move back over there. It takes you some hours to get back over there. You get away from this thing rather quickly. And then you arrive at this blue veil. Exact point where you were before. And
I look up at the gash that you told me about. I take a mental note of it, just so I can remember, and I walk through.
Okay, so you move to this blue veil, and you walk through, you pass through back into the world you were in, and you see as you pass from this plane into this other plane that it's like everything that happened into you, happened to you in the other plane, the cold, those mosquitoes sticking you, the crystal you touched, hit you all at one time, and you pass out immediately. And you find yourself looking at your hand inside of this place, and you see beside you are Twa, who's kind of just sitting there, just staring off in the distance, and Gore, who is, well, you don't see Gore, you actually see a Dragonborn on your other side.
And so now I'm in the infirmary then. Huh?
Yeah.
He's awake?
Yeah, he's just staring off.
Is something wrong with me?
Yes.
Okay.
You're in a catatonic state.
Okay.
Go.
actually, yeah, that's where you are right now. Let me get back to you in a second. You, Cupid, actually.
Oh, Cupid. Oh, okay.
Cupid he returned to hell to let him know what is going on, and one of his amigos down there told him of Twa.
Oh, being back? How do you know? Felt it or something?
You don't know. You don't know how many, but you know he's connected. He's one of your horsemen. But actually, maybe you felt it.
Okay.
You felt Twa's return to the material, to life. You
Okay.
felt it, and so you return back. But like I told you before, Hell's time is different from our time. So when you do return back, 4 months have passed.
Okay.
And so you're back in the Ember Isles.
Okay. Do I know where Twa is?
Yes, you do. You kind of recognize, like being in like such close vicinity, like you're within a mile of him. You know where he is.
It's like the journey where he's at.
All right, so you make your way over to
Snakeville.
No,
Oh.
tower.
Oh, the tower?
Yeah, the tower. That's where Twa is.
You're not in Snakeville, huh?
No?
He's in there.
Yeah, it would have been some problems if he was there.
Yeah. So you make your way over to the tower, and you.
That's what Brain is too?
Yeah.
Rain is?
Yeah, you once again talk to.
Just out of game.
You have some connection to the tower, and they let you go and see them, and you you enter into this infirmary. You get there before Clark does, and you see War, your horseman of War, seated there,
Brother.
just staring off into the distance.
I approach him.
What do you do?
I approach him and do I see something wrong with him, kind of?
Yeah, you see, he's just
Try to investigate, see what's
Unresponsive.
wrong with him. Or better yet, I talk to the people. What is wrong?
he just recently gained consciousness, and he's just been like this. Recently, we've been having lots of problems.
I see him, huh?
Yeah.
Am I awake? Am I awake?
Yeah, you are. You see Cupid walk into the room.
Cupid! I look old now, too.
He's
I
got
look
one hand.
Late 40s.
What has happened here? Why are you not locked up in? Do I know? Did I hear about him disappearing? Did I disappear before that?
No, you
I'm
left
assuming-
before that.
Okay.
Before that.
Why did they set you free? What are you doing with Twa?
I went to the depths
What?
of hell. Well, not hell. You're from hell. I went to the ethereal plane and I brought your brother back.
For what?
So he won't be dead anymore.
Last time I checked, you worked for the one who sent him there, the one who killed him.
That is true. But I right my wrongs. So I righted my wrong. I brought your brother back.
Right, keep it, cut it out. But anyway,
I brought your brother back.
he doesn't seem back.
Oh.
Seems a shell of his own old self.
We just all just
I'm
woke
not
up.
see what's wrong with him. Or can I?
Give me an Arcana
Better yet,
check.
my bad. Do I see any doctors or tower people?
Yeah.
What is wrong with my brother?
Yeah, they told you that he just,
Oh,
when
yeah,
they brought him
you
back, he was just
Alright, so I can't check.
Arcana or medicine. I'll let you roll either one.
They both roll. Okay, I do medicine then. 8.
You don't know exactly, but you have this feeling that he lost something in wherever he was. Something he lost. Something was taken from him, maybe. Something's gone in that he needs something restored to him in order for him to function. You just feel like he doesn't, like, you know your horseman, you feel your horseman, you gave them like power, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
I didn't
is
give
no
them power,
longer really
They already have power. I just
what it is. So basically,
You know, they already have power. I just told them.
I understand that, but by marking them as your horseman,
All
they gain something, and he does not have that.
Oh. Do I know like
Yes,
That-
you know. You
mark
know
my
how
horseman
to-
again or something like that?
Mhm. Yeah, you know how to do that.
Oh, okay, so I go to him. Brother, you always were the weaker link. It's time we make you strong again. And I do whatever needs to be done. What needs to be done?
What do you do?
Yeah, do it. Tell us.
Oh,
What is
make
this?
it.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, okay.
What is this? What does this look like?
So I guess I'll put a seal on them.
Okay, so you mark them with a seal.
But it's a different looking seal. Everybody can see it too. It's not just seal visible to me. And it's a horse, and a horseman and a horse, and it's a horseman of war.
Where is this seal?
That's on his forehead.
Okay.
Does it dissolve eventually?
Better yet, no. It's a line. It's a line, and it stops, and it's 4 dots on his forehead. And it burns real bright, like the picture I drew. That's a line.
Okay.
And then he erupts.
A small explosion.
Yeah, on his forehead.
All right.
Well, not explosion, but light.
Okay,
Beams
so-
out.
Like, okay, so you guys watch as you see the people like, what is it? What's going on here?
Just brought your brother back, Twa.
And with that, you see kind of blinks and comes to his senses from wherever he was, and so
Twa?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Twa's awake.
Now you gotta talk to 2 people. Go ahead. You can
And
do it.
You can do it, or keep it good. Okay.
yeah, you got what?
You
Yeah.
do it.
What happens?
Brother, it's nice to see you. But I guess they just to summarize it. I guess he made him ill rigger.
Yes.
Okay. So he's an ill rigger now.
Okay.
I will return to hell now that you're here on this plane. You will get the shard for Asmodeus, and I will join his side in the Ninth City.
That's what you charge him with.
Well, that's what his original mission was. Remember?
Okay.
You will get the shard for Asmodeus, and I will join the Ninth him in the Ninth City. There's a war coming.
Okay.
Prepare yourself. And then he goes. He gives him his mission. He about keep the bounces.
All right.
Yeah.
Leave. All right.
All right, kill me those nice noise.
He's out.
All right.
How you feeling, Twa?
I am okay. It's a long journey.
Last
thing I remember,
you see a bunch of medical people kind of surrounding you and just taking your pulse and stuff, trying to get you to drink some water.
Get off me! I said I am okay. Now, what happened to the snake?
Before we talk about that, where's Gore?
Gore, you
What do you talk
kind of
about?
just, I guess, been laying there.
He
listening.
died. He broke
I
into
didn't know if I was
pieces.
conscious or not conscious.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He died.
I'm gonna say you gain consciousness as you hear
Partly
your voice
because
say,
of you.
"Where's Gore?"
Partly.
Oh. You don't, Twa, do you recall? Did you have a strange dream that you
I
were...
know you saved me, but I know
Okay.
nothing about
Actually,
Gore.
you remember that, but it's like when you wake up from a dream. You remember it when you first wake up, but the longer you sit there, you keep losing.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know anything about this Gore. He is
What
dead.
happened?
I did the same thing for Gore. I brought him back,
What thing?
too.
What do I remember?
You like when you hear your name, you wake up. You remember it sharply. Like, okay.
I remember being in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, you remember
Everything.
being at the plane. You remember everything about it. You remember rain coming. You remember all that. You remember them, sorry, knocking you out. But as you sit there for a second, blinking, you start losing pieces of it. Like just like a dream. Like you remember it, but you start losing what happened.
I sit up.
But everything before you died, you remember. You remember yourself turning to stone. That's
If
the
you-
last clear memory you have.
I sit up and I try to rub my hair.
And you hear like a scraping noise, a strange like rockish scraping sound, and you feel like rough, like maybe you have a helmet on or something.
Then I look at my hands.
And you see they are these dark gray scaly things with claws on the end of them. You guys see a dragonborn guy sit up. That dragonborn that's in the room with you sits up and looks at his hands.
If you are saying,
Yeah, right. We
if you say you did what you did, then only you will know where Gore is.
I brought you back, Gore, and Anya.
Retrace your steps.
I turn around looking at them.
Why am I
They say
here?
my name.
What? Think about it. Only you would know. You brought me back. I would not know anything about anything else. So you must retrace your steps. I am here. Why am I? What happened after?
I'll tell you after, once we find Anya and Gore. I
Really?
brought all you guys back.
And what happened?
After I brought you back,
Yes.
I passed out.
Okay, so you did not tell me that. You asked me a question. You did not tell me a huge clue like
I
that.
see you next to me, but where's Anya?
So I understand how reincarnation works, yes.
Give me an Arcana check. Gonna be a low DC.
So you have just awakened like me.
Yes, I just woke up
23.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know reincarnation.
And I talked to your brother.
Oh no.
I look over.
Oh my gosh.
Is he a voice? Is he a Gordon's voice?
Does he have Gore's voice?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so yes.
Oh
You
my
gotta
god.
speak up there.
Oh no. You did this to me.
Wasn't Gordon more nasally? Like
He was.
like shrewd, like
It's hard to do his voice. It's hard.
whatever. We just look at the footage.
Gore.
It was like a
I
naked.
can't really remember.
Maybe it's a little different. It's a little different.
He was like uppity. He was like uppity.
Oh my.
Stupid heathen. So he was like uppity.
Oh,
uppity.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like uppity like that. But anyways. So he sounds like Gore. Okay. That beast over there might be him. Gore, is that you?
I guess it is.
Oh my god. You need to look in the mirror. Oh, no, never mind. Do not do that.
So
Do
you
not do
guys,
that.
you guys have seen Dragonborns before. They
Show 'em the
typically
picture.
look like
Okay, so that Dragonborn is.
No, hold on, because he doesn't look like just a
Yeah,
regular
he looked
Dragonborn.
terrible.
Right.
Show them the picture.
I've seen
Dragonborns,
it.
they usually look kind of like dragons, humanoid bodies. But their scales, unlike dragons, which scales are split and like metallic dragons have literally gold-looking scales, and like red dragons are the fiercest red you see. Green dragons, fierce green. Their Dragonborn's scales are usually flushed out, washed out color like of the dragon of their ancestral, and not as,
Deformed.
yeah, but Gore, he has like you said black dragon is your ancestry, right? So it's like a fleshed out black, like a grayish color, like a normal dragonborn, but he has like this. You can go ahead and describe it.
Okay, so he has gray scales on his neck. He has slits like gills.
Y'all about to say like a fish?
Yes, he has gills on his neck, and instead of the scales being all smooth and stuff, they're lumpy and like a crab skin. So it's lumpmy and sharp.
Is it
Edges.
his entire body, or is it like his chest is like
Breathe
kinda
on the
normal
water
and like
too?
his back and on the
No,
back of his arms, or
It's everywhere.
oh, okay.
And
So
so
the scales are.
he has
okay.
like, it's not smooth scales like dragons, but like crabs. Even though he looks like a dragon, it's like crab skins, crab shell, like a crab shell. You know,
You look like you belong in water
and
rough
it's
and
really, really hard.
with those gills.
Well,
Why you look like this in the ethereal plane, Gore?
Well, obviously, my body must have been destroyed. I don't remember what
oh
happened.
yes. Did I die before me? Did I? I feel
I
like
got froze before everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like one of the first.
I don't remember what happened. I remember the fight with the mother and then darkness.
we lost. Bad.
I
Badly.
look at my obviously.
Oh, that makes it.
It was terrible. You got
Yeah,
turned
you
to
saw
stone.
him. You actually witnessed him
Yeah.
get shattered into pieces.
You were turned to stone. I do not know what happened after that.
I was turned to stones.
Yes, you were turned to stone.
And then your body was shattered into pieces.
Let me guess, you did it.
No, actually, I didn't do it.
I guess we are all. I am probably
I think
responsible
Clark
for
did it,
attacking
actually.
her, but
Nah, maybe it wasn't Clark. I don't know who did it.
Messy.
it was.
It's probably the mother.
Yeah, it was ultimately. the
Clark,
mother's fault, but-
did you tell? I guess you wouldn't have told Lilu about
But
your campaign.
you are very hideous. I must tell you.
Lilu, do you ever check up on?
It's not about
Clark
what's
or
on the
anything like
outside.
that?
It's about one
After,
inside
like-
that counts.
After 3 months, your
It's-
training was over. So what'd you do?
You're
after
horrible on the inside too,
can I have
though.
learned
But
it? It's already a
horrible
spell
on
in
the
my level.
hey, I
As a
saved all
ritual?
of us.
And
You
keep it.
damned all of us too at the same time.
I damned us, but then I saved us, so it canceled out.
Fourth
So
level.
we're back to square one.
Where's
I already have a
that
fourth level spell slot.
barbarian?
I don't even know.
Anya.
I brought Anya back. I don't know where she is. I did the same
where?
thing. I found
You
her.
said Cupid as if you knew my brother. You said his name.
Yeah, I traveled with
How do
my
you-
brother.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Where
Can
is
you
our
have
companion?
some
Oh, yes.
like
Where
omens prepared
is-
that may help us?
I don't
here
know that.
for
All I know is
So
that
you have to ask a
Oh,
question.
so Anya died.
That's not.
I brought her back too
Omen,
from
that's
the
a
ethereal
question.
plane.
Anya
I don't know
died.
where she is. Yeah.
to my oldest friend.
So when you ask me
Wait
a
a
question,
second.
I'll come up with something.
We all died. Anya died.
Anya died.
Twa died.
Twa
I
died.
died.
You died.
Clark died.
Clark didn't die.
Clark did not die.
Clark did not die.
What happened to
Me and Clark did not die.
You and Clark did not die. Why?
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
surprised you
I
did that.
understand. I understand you survived.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm trying my best not to kill you now.
I saved your life again. We're equal.
No, we're not.
If I call out your death, I brought you back clean slate.
I put my hand on your chest.
This is equal. This is equal. That's what you're telling me.
Listen. I saved you once,
You saved me.
and then I damned you. True, but then I brought you back.
You haven't saved me at all.
The enemy here is the mother who you joined, which is bad, but
He is the enemy.
he did not
As
make
far as I'm
us
concerned.
make her attack us. That was the words of my own, but that was mostly
That was actually you.
yes.
You attacked her.
In the words of Clark, but
You attacked her.
but I had to because she was going to destroy me.
I
But
understand
either
why
way,
you attacked him.
yes, either way,
I don't blame you for that. I do blame him.
it just
Joining his side.
yes, that was
We need to find
Okay,
Anya.
so guys, pause for a second.
Alright.
Anya, you woke up. So these guys arrived a month ago. You woke up hours after you arrived. Why isn't Anya with them?
Where is she going?
Oh. Anya woke up a month after.
No, because okay, so 3 months passed for Clark, and then you guys all appeared at this gate.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh.
all unconscious. They took you to the tower, and half orcs being tougher, and you being a barbarian, just being physically tougher than the rest of them. You woke up first. You woke up hours after you came back to this plane. Why
I-
isn't she?
With them
Yes.
because she has decided immediately that they are all weak. She knows that he turned and they died, so she's going to find more orcs to
No
build
letter.
an army.
No, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it says that.
Don't
It
look for me,
says
you
y'all
weaklings.
weak. It says you'll see me on the great battlefield with the snake, with the new clan.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Anya.
All right. So that's a letter that is given to you all after you wake
Y'all
up.
weak.
This is the only your companion left this for you.
Actually, you know what? No, Clark wasn't weak. Clark tried to book. She tried her best to book. She was jumping on buildings. You did her wrong.
Gore wasn't
you wouldn't know.
He
Would
got
you
turned
know?
to stone.
Nah, you are dead by
Oh
He
yeah.
blew up half to everybody else.
Okay, so it don't say all y'all weak. It say you weak and a traitor. And it say I will meet you all with comrades.
Okay, so
On
yeah,
the
they
great
deliver
battlefield
that
of
message to you.
Well, you don't see my body, so you don't know if I'm
I
alive.
just say it because I knew in the ethereal plane.
Maybe you
things
think Gore's
happen.
dead or something.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, okay, so that's the letter you guys received.
Well, at least we know she came back. At least we know
Okay.
she's alive.
All right.
I'm gonna say just for brevity's sake, Clark, you arrive.
Okay.
They say that you get a message that your friends are awake. You teleport on over to the tower, or maybe you were here already. You just you come on up, and
He was old, huh?
Yeah, he looks like in
Late
his
40s.
Yeah.
You need to look in the mirror too. I have some news for you.
I look at my hand that's gone. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No.
It's not gone. It's black, right? It's just like
They didn't cut it off?
Oh yeah, they amputated it.
How
They
long?
amputated it. It's about
Looking at this.
half your forearm.
Oh my god.
Looking at your age.
How long have we been dead?
You know what I'm saying?
You actually only been dead for about...
You don't
3
know how much
months.
time, you don't know how much time has passed.
Oh, well, before I met with the Snake Queen, it was only about 3 months. Why do you ask that?
It was actually they had probably been there
Because
for a
you
few
look like
weeks.
Because you look
Like-
like.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't long. That's why I said 3 months.
you
he
look
has.
like you
He
are.
says an appropriate time frame.
He says they tell you that you guys arrived a month ago, and you informed me that a month ago.
So it's probably only been like 3 months that you guys been dead.
I
Oh,
think-
and Clark walks in as you guys are all talking. This woman claims she knows you all.
Clark!
Is this true, or should we escort her out?
I know her. I remember that.
If she attacks us, get her out, please.
Um,
If she attacks me,
For,
get her out.
for me, it's like yesterday. The
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like
So
Yes.
you're talking
the
now.
the memories of Ethereal Player have almost completely faded.
Yes, we fought with her
You
the other
guys just
day.
kind of have like an
You
impression.
what?
You guys kind of remember Rain a little bit.
We fought with her against the mother the other day.
I was
She's a
about,
friend.
I was
All
about
right,
2
well,
months
so
ago.
long as you know her, yeah.
Whatever. I remember it like yesterday. And you look like you are 40,
65. You look like you are 60.
Yeah, why do you look
45.
so old?
65. My bad.
Can I have a mirror?
They hand
Listeners?
you over a mirror.
I'll take the mirror and look at myself.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Show them the picture. It's
I don't know
worse
if you want
than
to do
you
that.
think.
Why did I get old, nurse? What happened? How long have we been unconscious?
She kind of looked a month. A month.
What happened to my arm?
We had to amputate it. It had that's the gang
Wait.
I'm just staring at the
frostbitten and some sort of poison was.
Can you tell me what species he is?
staring at the mirror, looking at my teeth.
We
Touching
believe
them.
he is a simic hybrid.
I know that.
Roll me a nature check.
Things knocked boots that should not have knocked boots.
He looks like a dragon and a
15.
fish.
15. You recognize it? It's one of the races that appeared after Dragonfall when the magic was released. There's this strange like hybrid race that came out. That is what a simic like. Any race can become a simic. You know, it can be a dwarf simic hybrid or a elf simic hybrid. He just happened to be a dragonborn simic hybrid.
They tell me you are a dragonborn simic hybrid.
I'm just touching my face, looking at my teeth, going through everything. Just
You want to die again?
Clark,
Come
you got
back
anything
to
to
me.
say?
Rain always
Shaking
a
my
half
head.
elf?
Yes.
Oh.
I just look
Rain
old
looks the
now.
same except he's got one
He
hand
just
and
old.
he's aged quite significantly.
What has going on the past month? Can you tell me?
How did you survive?
No, that question too.
He made me.
I
turn
am the
into a
savior. I have saved everyone.
That
Wait,
makes no
what?
sense.
He made you turn into a snake.
He brought me back to the mother. I was trying to run away, and I was on top of the building, and I got stuck. And he
He didn't bring
me.
you back. You tried to kill yourself, and you woke up at
lied
her
to
feet.
us.
Oh. She lied to
Oh.
us. I mean, are you lying to you?
No, I'm not trying to lie.
I figured you didn't
Yeah.
remember
Okay. My bad. I tried to kill myself.
Coward's way out.
And what?
We fought to the end.
I ran from her,
So you left our
and
dead bodies there and ran.
I had no choice.
You had no choice.
She was surrounded. I
could not collect our
understand.
bodies.
She was surrounded.
So, anyways,
Oh,
I
you
didn't
understand.
want
She was surrounded. She could have had an ally in you, but you decided to watch.
to. He was a snake already.
Actually, yeah, never mind. Continue.
So anyway, when I got up to the rooftop and there was nowhere for me to go, I tried to slice my throat. And when I woke up,
That doesn't make
I
any
was at the
sense.
mother's feet. I don't want to be a snake.
So you killed. Why not just fight to the death instead of killing yourself? That's what we did, obviously.
No, y'all just got beat up. Without, yeah.
I killed
She
something,
froze you.
and I got to shoot her. It was amazing.
I don't
I did
remember.
blow. I
hitting
did throw a
nobody.
fireball into her face.
I
tried.
did something too, but after y'all fell, I booked.
And we paid the price. Look,
I paid the
Evil
price
soul.
too.
Clark slit her throat. She died. The mother said I could bring somebody back. I brought her back. Alright.
If you guys want, we can, because you guys know what happened. We can like skip the recap of everything, and then I'll just ask you something. I asked you about the Empress. I mean, the Pharaoh. Do you tell him everything?
Yeah.
Like everything?
So you tell us about the business and everything?
I tell them everything.
Okay. So
Where my diamonds at, Clark?
even about
I throw you too, even though you don't deserve it.
Diamonds. Oh, right. She said she got paid for turning you in.
you guys,
So it seems like if he's wanted on the crown side, we cannot return over there.
you
If I wanna stay
guys,
with him.
I mean, I do look a lot older.
you guys have nothing, by the way, as far as items.
yeah. Maybe you can
You have
just.
your stuff. They give you. Your
Wait, I thought they got their diamonds.
No,
Oh,
that was
Anubis
Cupid guy,
and
Cupid.
Cupid. Oh.
Rich man.
I give one of them a diamond. Whoever wants it.
Aw.
I put it between them. Since nobody said that.
You will have a harder life than me.
You take the
I
diamond.
think you can take this
You should
diamond.
take it. Humble yourself.
That
Oh, I'm
is-
not there.
Where's Lilu?
That is mighty
Clark?
generous.
I don't
just stare
know.
at the diamond.
I don't know.
Oh, I've
Do you
been
not
writing
want
you
it?
letters.
For what?
Can I send postcards?
So, yeah, you can check this later.
I sent
Lilu
postcards.
Lilu
He feels
training up.
guilty, and so he
And it
passes
says
the
stuff
diamond
like,
to-
yeah, I
Guilty?
killed
No,
my
she
sister.
said we all got
Saw
paid.
life
Then take
drained
your
from his
diamond
eyes.
Y'all don't-
Looked-
I will take
he
it.
looked at me
Okay.
like,
I tried to give it to him.
I was trying to split with the
Lilu
party.
killing chickens somewhere.
and it sounds like I'm becoming disturbed.
And she's becoming very disturbed.
I don't know who Lilu is.
So,
We
She
catch you up
joined
on-
our group after.
Oh, you catch me up on Lilu.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she cut you up on everything.
So
you
did
have a
you?
ferry.
Yes.
So after you
Quite
died,
interesting.
you guys never completed the mission to find the bank.
No.
But
Oh my
at the time, right now,
We're
we
still
have a
trying to do
contract.
This is it.
We have a contract, but no more with the crown. The tower wants the same thing. He cannot return to the crown because he's a traitor.
I could look different.
You can look different. Like,
I'll,
hey,
I'll just get a disguised self.
how about we do a reincarnation?
Nah, I don't want to die. I'm alright.
You could. You need to dye your hair.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I could
it's
dye
hard.
my hair.
It's hard to you wouldn't recognize me at first glance. Like
Yeah, I could dye
people
my
on the
hair.
street,
Just
like,
dye
they
it.
might
Throw
recognize.
some
me.
glasses.
I'll stop wearing the little turban. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's maybe
Well,
What is
finding
under
feature.
there?
Yeah, I'll just stop wearing the
Put
turban.
this under there.
But you tried to
You
kill
don't
the
wanna
pharaoh. But you tried to kill the pharaoh. You want to risk? You really want to risk that?
He's still a snake.
They're not gonna know
And
what I
you're
look
still a
like.
snake.
You're still a snake.
Listen, the mother brought y'all back. All right, you're alive because of me and her. All right, chill.
The mother get us.
The mother did kill me. I don't owe her anything.
I didn't say you owed her nothing. I just said
You
chill.
just said chill, y'all
Cause don't
lied
say you
because
still
of
a
me
snake.
and the
I'm
mother.
going to kill the mother, and if you try to stop me, I will kill you.
Listen, in the
He
end
is
times,
snake, you can't trust him.
in the end times,
I do
who
not know
knows
what's
what's gonna
going on.
happen? Right now, we just still have our same mission. Figure out these butterfly tattoos. Oh yeah, that guy is still on the loose, by the way.
What guy?
The guy you was trying. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That guy's still on the loose.
It's
Girl.
best we probably leave the mother alone.
So what did
Okay,
the
well,
numbers go?
who are we going to send our allegiance to? Because the woman I gave my allegiance to, you killed. So,
Who?
the fake pharaoh.
No, she was fake.
I gave my allegiance to her, you killed her. So my allegiance is up in the air now. So I'm asking, who are we going to work
No,
for?
the
Apparently, she wasn't the real pharaoh.
Yeah,
The
she
real
was the real.
pharaoh's
I'm not
still alive.
saying that. I'm not saying that the real pharaoh's not alive. I'm saying that
Oh, you said
I'm a
the
man-
individual.
I am a man of honor, and I keep my word. But the one I gave my word to, he killed.
The individual you gave your word to.
Right.
But
I
you
mean, it
don't
still
know
was
that's
the
that same
pharaoh,
individual.
He-
You
The
don't-
mother
She
should tell you to
told
kill
us.
one of us.
No,
What?
but
No, I'm not
was
controlled.
the pharaoh
I do what I
threat
want
that
to
he
do.
made a deal with?
That's why you killed
The
the
same
pharaoh.
pharaoh no threat that he killed?
You don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness.
Because she said that she has decoys. So you don't know if you spoke to real or decoy. You don't know.
Well, then my allegiance is still to the queen.
Your brother,
Then my allegiance is still to the pharaoh, and I think we should work that.
I think so too, and I think your brother would want to
We've
work
already made a
with the
deal with
pharaoh.
her. Oh wait.
Because the
We
tower
made a deal
is
with
working
her.
with the devils, and your brother hate devils,
did.
right?
Yes, he did.
But I
No,
need-
no, my
but-
brother hate demons.
But I need the
He was
tower.
working with demons then.
Have you moved yet?
Oh,
Yeah, I am not my
I'm
brother.
sitting
You're
up.
just sitting up. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
I am not my brother. Why you bring him up?
Man, that's what
I
your brother
think-
probably would
Yeah,
have wanted to do.
I need
He asked
to. I
how
need
Very
the
you
different.
tower.
yeah, you about to start crabby
Listen, your
crawling.
brother,
Stop bringing up my brother.
he carved something in your
Stop
head.
bringing up my brother.
I
A
was just,
sensitive subject for me.
Shut your punk ass up, Brain.
Please
What
stop
the
bringing
fuck?
up.
Trouble.
everybody start no trouble. I'm saying he carved
Stop
something in your
bringing up my
head.
He said stop bringing up.
You are a
your
horseman now.
Oh,
I know. I was always a husband.
Did he know?
I know what he did to me.
Anyways,
I am like him.
so what? We need to get out of the tower and get
I
back
see y'all
to.
still sensitive.
The crown.
We need to get back to the crown. You need to do something with your face.
I have always been in this shadow.
I'll stop wearing the
Stop
turban.
bringing him up.
The
Oh
only
my
reason, the only reason I'm not killing you now is because
I brought you back to life.
You see, the people in the room are kind of just looking at you guys.
I say mind your business.
What do we do next?
I get off the. I jump off the table.
think
You
you
fall
guys-
on your face. You know how
Go get the crab.
you know how people who are like in comas or whatever, just bed in a long time, their
Oh, I
vessels
thought you was not the crabby
are
girl.
messed up. You don't have that same problem because of what Cupid did to you, and you just
What did
didn't-
Cupid do
you
to
go
him?
through the
Oh.
same.
I help him up.
embarrassments more and more.
I help Gora.
All right, so you see one of the people says, "Oh, right. We expected this actually. We have someone to help you in your rehabilitation."
Of course.
How long do you think rehabilitation will take for him?
From his was it muscle dystrophy? What's the
Atrophy.
atrophy? We suspect about a month
A month.
to get him in working order. So they leave and they'll bring in someone.
Do you have a wheelchair?
Uh,
A chair with wheels.
yes, we do, but first
I will not be rolling around in a wheelchair.
we have someone.
Who you are?
So what you gonna do for a month?
Get the rehabilitation.
I know, but you can't walk.
They're going to put me through rehab. It means they're going to train me how to walk again.
See, after a few minutes,
In the meantime,
In the meantime, what?
a Goliath enters the room.
I'm going to let them help me rehab.
So we have to wait to run for a month, he said.
for a whole month.
That's what I'm saying.
You see a,
I asked the Goliath, who are you?
oh yeah, you see a tall Goliath. He's in this armor. And he's looks down at you all. He's like, I am Percival.
I don't like him already.
Which one of you am the one who needs to get buff? He flexes like that.
The crab.
Buff!
The crab.
The man with the crab.
He has a name.
Buff you up.
His name is Gore.
So,
And he has been through a lot. Do not call him sad.
Oh!
Oh,
Fred
Tom, please.
says, jeez.
that would be
You say you helped him up, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of supporting him, I guess. He says,
He wanted to buff you up.
wonderful, wonderful. He says, I have worked in the tower for quite some time. This is my specialty. I am a paladin. We're going to get you into shape.
He would be like this.
All right. So, unless anybody wants something else to do, what y'all do for a month?
I hope you get some supplies, right?
Lulu, when you come back.
Oh, the 3 months are over?
I speak to people.
It's
And you get some supplies,
Or
right?
is this like
It's been
within
4
that
months.
3 months?
You don't get
this
all
is it's going to be
armor,
5 months at the end.
Oh, it's
weapons,
gonna be 5 months?
potions.
I understand.
So after
I
I
hang with
Divine.
All right. So
I'm
let's
sorry,
start
what
with
Lulu going first?
Steph, 'cause she hasn't really had anything to do.
About an hour and a half.
After I finished learning to divine,
Leveled up. You learn this new spell. Okay.
and I tell the lizard shaman that she can call on me, 'cause she's taught me to be tougher, and she taught me divination.
She kind of just smiles at you, and she says, "Okay, Greg."
I thought we was on regular name basis last time I left her. Before this 3 months, she was like little pixie
Little
something.
prey.
No, she called me that at first, and then she called me something else the next time. I know
Little
'cause
Faye.
Little Faye or something.
No, she's just reminding you that you're weak. That's all.
So,
Like, you know. You see, and you've learned this with the time. You've learned a lot about the lizard folk since you've been with them.
okay.
One thing you've learned, found it with beyond a shadow of a doubt, is that they don't feel emotion.
Oh. Okay. So then, in that case, I don't do any speeches.
They also eat their dead. Something else. And while you were there, you actually watched. You saw. You remember last time you guys were there? You saw the apprentices, those mages apprentices that they had. You saw them. They're pretty much just like not exactly slaves, but like servants that they keep in cages, and they kind of just work them, chop this wood, serve this food. You know, they're not like treated badly or anything. You see the woman who was begging you guys. You see she every time she sees you, she just gives you a nasty look, like can't believe you didn't help me a little. You know.
I ignored her. And for the lizard goodbye, well, how do you goodbye to somebody who taught you something but has no emotion? Can we come up with a gang sign between us?
Gang. Sure.
So,
She returns the gesture to you. You
That
taught her
was
that. You
not-
taught her that.
yeah.
I was like, you know,
I'm like,
you gotta get better with people, you know.
yeah. So I do that, and I let her know, I understand you see me as weak, but one day, you know,
Oh, there's nothing you learned about them. They see themselves as the
superior race?
the greatest of all
Well,
races.
I
and
say-
all others are kind of beneath them.
Okay, well, I say still. I say that. And, expressing disgust.
She sweeps it up.
But
But she does got some little magic power to her.
Oh, and then I also look disturbed when I leave there. I'm changed. The stuff I've seen. I see them eat their dead.
Okay, so what do you return to?
I go back to the tower. No, not the tower. We agreed to help Nofret. Okay, so I go back to where Nofret is, which is the jungle. It's the tower and the what?
She's in the crown.
The tower and the crown. Okay, yeah, I go back to the crown.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. You've been to the because Clark, you know, she's running that fake business. Like she's there kind of regularly, like just
to do stuff.
yeah, just to do
Figurehead
some
stuff?
stuff. You know where her business is.
Oh,
By the way,
okay.
Clark, what is your business?
Horse.
I got holes
Hey.
Okay.
in different areas.
Where is it
I thought we
located?
was
There's
gonna
3
break down the song.
areas it can be located. It can be located in the grave, which is like where the working class is. It can be located in the fingers, which the fingers is kind of the poor area, or it can be located in the crown.
It's in the
which is
crown.
The high class area.
High class.
Man, we got high class escorts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you call them
Damn.
escorts.
You gotta call them
yeah.
escorts there, right?
So I go there, and because
So
I
I'm gonna
told
say-
them I was gonna vacation, remember,
Yeah.
and figure out what I was gonna do.
So it's 3 months that you chill with the lizard folk, and then it would be. That was when you finished your training. That's when
Yeah.
you left. So
Yeah.
you have 2 months.
Okay,
So
so
tell me
then
what
I
you
went
did.
back to the Crown Kingdom, and I told Clark I was back whenever she came back to her business, and I asked her if she has any fairy escorts.
We got everything.
She does not.
We got everything. we got some for him. We got everything.
Yeah, we got some crab women.
I have a standing appointment about every 2 weeks for a little fairy orgy. If she does have it.
We got them.
And then and then we also have a standing lunch appointment
You guys just meet for lunch every
once
week
in a
or
while.
something.
Yeah, we do brunch.
We eat crab.
We adventurers who
So that was
brunch.
your, so that was your first.
say that we too eat crabs.
So you so that's how you spent your first month.
Yeah, so then I chill and I say, I wonder when No Fred, our conversation at our lunches is like, I wonder when No Fred is going to call on us because she asked us a big thing. And then I'm always complaining to her that we need to get more out of No Fred.
So basically, what No Fred said was, her people are still deciphering the clue you guys brought. Going to take some time, and you gotta kind of have to get your business established. So
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
kind of just waiting around right now.
I help her out if she needs help putting some hoes in line.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay. And what do you do the second month?
And then I kind of like do odd jobs, but it becomes known around like the area that I quit or I just don't show up. So like I say like, oh, I work, and then like I tell them like I'm an aspiring musician though, because I
Okay.
still got my little trio.
Yeah, you
of
got your little
people.
three
So I
fans.
perform at some places.
Yeah, you were missing for 3 months. When you came back to them, they were in tears.
Oh, okay, for sure. So I did like
Fine.
a tour, a city
Okay.
tour, like a bar crawl.
Go ahead and roll performance for me.
Okay. 16 plus. What is that?
Charisma.
Oh, it's performance literally. 2.
18.
18.
You gained 2 more fans.
Hey, 5 fans. So yeah, so like I work at like a farm. Then they ask me to do something I don't want
You
to
said
do.
she has like a crown, right?
Yeah.
So they got like little fake crowns. That's your fans. They got little fake crowns in their heads.
So yeah, so
Hilarious.
I tell people when I apply for the job, like I'm an aspiring musician.
But just so you know, most
I
places you
have
go, people are
flexibility.
kind of just like,
Oh,
but your fans are like,
yeah, so I tell them like I got fans and stuff. I don't plan to be doing it for long. Sometimes I give them notice. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just don't show up.
right.
And I'm always talking to Clark about being an aspiring musician. Like I may leave all of adventuring behind and be the first fairy, adventure. Wait, I'm gonna write it down over here.
Okay, so the rest of you got a month except for Gore. Gore, actually, I'm gonna do Gore right quick. So you're going through your rehab. It's hard. Okay, go ahead.
I visit Gore. Nice to meet you. I understand you want revenge for what was done to you. But let me tell you. When I was a boy,
Oh no.
when I was a boy in my village, there was a man with a great garden, beautiful trees with fruits on it. Other villagers would often steal from this garden. Take apples one season, coconuts one season, bananas one season. The man grew so frustrated.
You
with
still
them.
can't walk yet, so it's not like you can walk.
The man grew so frustrated with them. He went to the village shaman and he said, "What shall I do? They are stealing my stuff." She said, "Talk to them. Tell them how you feel." But the man did not want to talk. He simply wanted revenge. So he went to the village witch and he bought some cursed seeds to grow a cursed tree. He planted in his garden and a tree grew. And when the thieves came and saw the fruit, they did not take it. One day, the man came home from work and he saw some fruit were gone. I got them now, he said. I've captured them. They're going to eat the fruit and they're going to pay. He goes into his house and his wife and children are blind because they ate the fruit. They were unaware of the consequences. What I'm trying to say is there is a price to revenge. Are you willing to pay it?
He don't care.
I'll walk out. I'll walk out.
Hey, that was good.
That was good. Hey, he
Where
is
did you get that
crafty.
story from?
That's all I say.
Okay.
The rest of my month,
I don't say anything.
the rest of my month, I
That was
just
good.
buy
Brandon needs to hear that.
I know.
Real life.
just buy goods for myself and try to go. Oh, I have no money.
You got a diamond from Brandon.
Oh yeah, how much is that?
Oh, it's more than one.
Oh shoot. So I get myself a great sword.
Okay.
I got you got to do the math for me.
His sword?
It was
Oh,
so good.
Steph,
it was good?
Steph knows prices.
So basically,
But just everything you
told
need.
him that
Steph, you just
his
help him
village
with purchasing.
tree,
But
like a
what do you do other than
to
that?
try to catch the thieves?
I'll probably
And,
put it in the
one
You probably practice
Alright,
your
Steph,
elevator
Steph.
stuff, get used to that a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I'm buy stuff. Probably I'm gonna buy stuff.
Okay.
I'll have to run and buy you.
All right.
What you buying?
You got
What
that
buying?
diamond?
That's what I'm saying.
And
What
so you,
buying?
Gore,
What you buying?
I haven't read it down. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Gore, you go through rigorous
I'll get a great
training. Not really training, rehabilitation. But the guy, the paladin who's working with you, he does show you a little bit of. Do you ask him, like, yo, what's this about, or do you just try to pick it up?
I'm gonna do like four.
They just start
four health potions.
explaining.
Down
He just
there.
starts, since he's training, he started having casual conversations with him about, what he used to be. Telling him about how he was a high elf, and that he's still a high elf. He just looks like this, and that he's a warrior mage, and battle stories. And so as the guy tells him his battle stories and stuff, I guess he can decide to show him some things, and they decide to show each other some few things.
Okay, so he, as a way of rehab, he kind of switches over to like a paladin, kind of more rigorous kind of training type thing. And so that's where you gain your.
And I want to show him. I will show him a couple of things with the blade song.
Okay, so yeah, he
Once I
learns
learn
that
how to
too.
walk again,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that to you.
Personally. Yeah. So okay. So your month passes by and you are functional, fully functional, better than before, better and brighter than before. He kind of has like a little ceremony for you, like a
I don't know the ceremony.
congratulations.
I don't know the ceremony.
It's like a little party. He invites some of the people in the tower who also assist, and it's just like a nice little dinner with a little cake with a candle.
I eat it and thank them all, bow gracefully.
Okay. And Rain, how do you spend that month? And Clark, have you told me how you spent that month yet?
Running my hose.
Okay. And how'd you spend that month?
I
Adjusting to your new handicap. Oh man. Your new yeah.
I wear
Class,
a
escorts.
prosthetic.
You
Prosthetic arm.
What does it look like?
It looks like I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
I'll get back to
I
you.
was just saying, is it fancy or is it just regular? Because it's gonna cost you some money. We'll discuss it.
Alright. So for the month, I go around the town and I perform with
Which
not
town?
with Lilu.
Which town?
I'm performing at the Tower and the Crown. But at the Crown, I don't have the what's it called? I don't wear my turban anymore
Okay.
at all. Instead, I wrap my face so all you can see is my eyes.
Okay.
That's my look, right?
I'm gonna still say because you're so famous. The guy who kissed the
Yeah, I'm changing my voice and all that. I'm putting on a different
All right,
voice when I
so
perform.
give me a deception.
Keep this thing away.
Oh my god, that's 6 or 9? 10.
There have been some rumors going around that you are the other guy. At
What
the
guy?
crown side. That you are the you.
That I'm wearing?
Yeah. There's some
But he just got older somehow.
you got your face wrapped so they don't see that you're older.
They see the crow's feet at my eyes.
Well, there's just some like people are like, oh, he sounds like a lot like what I heard, or he's like they got the. Actually, I don't think you performed after that, did you?
I haven't performed in a long time.
So, a little rusty then. So roll performance
Shouldn't
with
just more than that.
disadvantage.
Did you say with disadvantage? That's 17.
I want to say they don't suspect you of anything.
Oh, don't even matter, homie. 17 plus 6, 23.
Okay, so you
I'm
what
getting
do you
cracked.
say? Who are you? What would they call you? What do you? I am. Bard of course introduce themselves.
I am
Tom Maryland.
Tom Mayer. Nah, I am the masked maestro. The masked maestro.
The masked
The
maestro.
masked maestro.
Okay. So you
For a whole month, I'm performing at the brothel or at the escort house, whatever it's called, since it's fancy.
Okay. So you got
Free coochie all around.
Oh, that's fine.
you got like a lot of like you got some renown.
I go hard too. I cast major image. Like I be having images behind me and stuff. I go crazy with
You
my
got quite a bit of renown.
I ain't like Lilu. I go crazy.
Wow.
I'm gonna say
Say my performances.
I'm gonna say in a month.
I go crazy.
Go.
I be twerking. I be hopping on the handstand. You don't know what
You
ask
make
about me.
some decent coins. You make
Play no games.
about
Come to this paper.
340.
I give it all to charity too. That's what I'm known for. The master maestro. Every time he makes money in his concerts, he gives it back to the poor.
Okay. So you get that's okay.
All right. All back.
All right.
You got me beat.
So
I
that's
kept
what
my
you do for a month. And
I grew a beard too. A skinny little.
porno beard.
do you guys
That's the porno beard.
make
And it got
the
curly.
pharaoh? Actually, no. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say you guys did not
Italian
interact with the
porno
pharaoh. None of you guys did. So Clark, after a month, you receive contact from the pharaoh saying they finally deciphered the second clue you gave them, and they know where you need to go.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I tell them.
Also train Lilu in performance too. So she can become proficient.
I'll take it. I'm not giving myself.
Did you meet Lulu? Do you know Lulu?
Me and Lilu been traveling.
Right. Yeah.
So I tell her, I tell her, hey, come to some of these concerts. Let me show you how to do
Oh wait,
this,
what's my
Lilu.
position on it?
You don't like him.
Oh, fine. Then.
I don't know
I'm
if I
trying
like
it.
you yet. But if he wants to teach me performance, then it could be the beginning of a friendship.
Alright, so I'm teaching her.
Okay, so how much time do you spend teaching
It's
her?
up to her. I told her she can come to my performance.
No, I mean
take notes.
that'll cut into your profits if you want to train her. So.
That's fine. I'm giving all the profits away anyway.
Okay.
Who is this new rain?
Just because I'm teaching Lilu?
So
I tried to teach you when I first met you, remember?
Oh yeah, he did. You
I'm
couldn't
gonna say
make
you
the
give
beat.
a couple of
Black card.
couple weeks. So you make like 200 gold.
I'll give it back when you prove you need it.
All right, and so
I tell everyone, and I start heading to the crown.
you let everybody know.
Yeah.
Gather them up.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys all together, and she let you guys know that
This is sick.
As I enter your building.
Okay, so yeah, I
You
guess you
clearly
guys.
know what it is.
You don't
It's her
need to.
You
business.
guys
Don't know.
gather at the escort service. Is her business? That's a good question.
'Cause
She's
you
been-
should have
performed
some
there,
real
too.
I
life.
have been
performed
putting
there.
a lot of time in working
Best
there.
pussy in town.
And I perform there every Friday and Saturday night.
I'm gonna say since you perform there, go ahead and roll with advantage because he's performing with you, helping you out. What would that be for how well you run a business?
What type of music you play?
Everything.
Everything?
Performance, maybe. I'm gonna say
Intelligence.
maybe.
Intelligent.
Charisma.
I'm gonna say wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, I'm gonna say wisdom.
So just straight wisdom?
Yeah, roll wisdom with advantage.
I'm not doing shadow match. I'm doing architect of ruin.
Okay.
15 plus 3.
18.
18. So your business has been running pretty well. It's actually it's been booming. You got a lot of like profit, but most of it you don't see.
I've been taking a little bit.
You've been
under the
skimming it.
table.
Roll stealth for me.
Man.
Roll.
I know that real life, huh?
You're dumb.
Roll stealth. For me.
Why you say that?
I'm gonna say
even talking about
roll
real
deception.
In game.
Roll deception.
Roll deception
Yes.
for me because you've been like cooking the books
How
and
much is
stuff.
plate armor?
Yeah, you do. You got
Here, you can
10,000.
12.
Let's go 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
The
12.
diamond's 1,000. Oh,
10,000. 20,000 gold.
12.
12.
She got all the diamonds.
You see,
gave 'em out.
you see, it's not like a confrontation, but you know you've been caught when the normal wages you receive are reduced by the amount you've stolen.
I keep scanning.
But it's continually, it's like you don't make any profit because it's continually taken out of your wages. See what I'm saying? So you were making like, let's say 50 gold a week, and you like scam like 25, but then next week you made like 25 gold total. See what I'm saying?
Oh, so they must know. They account. They
So how much
know.
gold have I made total?
You made
Skimming and all.
180 gold.
I take it.
I stand by.
Oh,
Actually, no, you've been running this brothel for a minute now, huh? So I'm gonna say.
we're on this thing for like 3-4 months now.
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm
a
gonna
paying
say
customer.
multiply 180 times. I'm gonna say 3. That's how much you make.
She had suitors too. She was messing with Longhorns too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Where
going
you-
with that.
What you
You
say?
got a boyfriend or
Hey, y'all
what?
need to mind y'all business about what me and my man be doing.
Are you trying to
Nah,
hide?
tell
Are
the
you?
DM.
I'm actually. Are you open about your like? You tell them we're in an open relationship.
After his wife tried to stab me, I'm hella out there with it. Care what she thinks.
She should be like slashing her tires, coming by, throwing bricks in her window.
That's
I'm
bad
just
for
trying to-
business, man.
So we're gonna. I'm not prepared to do all that
course
with
not.
him and her right now. So we'll revisit that.
I'm talking
At
to
a-
two
at
other
another
dudes
time.
too.
Are you hiding them? I just want to know. Are you hiding them from?
Nah,
from
Longhorn
another-
though.
Are you? He's the only one that knows. Though? Okay, so we'll
Be
deal
some
with that.
stabbing down the road.
We'll deal
She
with
the
that.
successful business owner running a brothel,
And I got my own hoes.
talking to 3 different men. Everybody know
Okay,
That's
so
crazy. she known all around town.
all right, so
Once I get out and we start making our way back to
yeah,
the
so you guys are
crown,
headed back to.
the palace,
pyramid.
Yeah, the pyramid. I asked Rain where my weapon at.
How he supposed
What weapon?
My weapon I always have with me.
You have the spell cards for these ones.
You have
Your
a-
bow.
Fire, magic,
Your
missile,
bow?
silence, augury.
Portable, yes. Where is
Do you
it?
got something to cover yourself?
I don't know, man. You didn't have it after playing on. No.
No.
Does he have
What
a
do they do?
bow?
No, he has nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Do you have a? Well, he's broke, so he's kind of got the house,
I got
the hospital garments.
Yeah, I got the hospital garments.
You still wearing
How
those?
the mighty
I ain't got
been
nothing
brought
else.
low.
You been woken up for a
No,
minute.
I'm gonna say that when you're sending off, they got you some common clothes at least,
Okay, I got comic clothes.
and they even gave you a little coin. They gave you about 20 gold.
That's nice of them. No, I have no clue where your bow is, man. All I cared about was your life.
Right. Alright, so right now while I'm talking.
Was that bow passed down by your ancestors?
Yes it
Because it's
was.
harder for me to get at them.
You'll find it again, I'm sure.
That means the mother still has it, obviously. Right. Anyways,
Maybe it was shattered when you returned to the stone.
it's a magical bow. It cannot be shattered.
Did you have a specific weapon too? Twa?
No, I did not. I made my weapon out of thin air. Final warlock. I was.
I thought you had a connection with your weapon too.
I do, but no longer.
But I still have a cloak. Have you seen it?
Let's.
Cloak
Did
of
you have that
blood.
ability to summon your weapon? Do you still have it?
No.
It was a cloak of blood.
Oh, you changed your character? You're not whatever you were before?
Okay.
It was a cloak of blood.
I'm on my way back to old
You guys are
girl.
all. You guys
We all are.
together.
Oh, okay.
They met at the brothel. Once you gave them the news, they came over, and you guys are heading over
Yeah,
together.
we heading to the queen.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you guys' items were. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just cared about your life. I can give you
You're
some
going
gold.
with him, right?
To the crown? Yeah!
Pyramid of Ra?
I look different.
Can you pay for
I got one long braid. They've never seen my hair. I always had it wrapped. And I'm 45, 48.
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll it
67.
to deception or stealth. Either one, deception or stealth if you want.
But you
I
can.
look different.
Yeah, but you know, in order to
Yeah, 96.
recognize you, they're gonna have to roll against this.
Okay, 19.
Okay, so in order to recognize you, they have to roll insight more than that.
Okay.
If you want to help, you can buy me some plate armor.
Do you tell your group members
I got you,
anything about like don't say my name, call me this?
Well, we already
Still
know
a
that she
snake.
told us everything about him. Remember?
Call me Maestro.
Maestro, whatever.
We were
Master
told
Maestro.
that Pharaoh Nefret is ready to speak with us.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was gonna change my name to Maestro.
I need some.
Call me Maestro.
Oh my gosh.
What?
My
When we get to the queen, I need to request some things of her. But anyways, only the pharaoh.
So we make our way.
All right, so you guys arrive
Out of your thing.
at the palace. You guys, Clark, you basically tell them that these are your group of people who are going to be working with you to help achieve her goals. They're like, okay, yeah, cool, that's fine. We expected you to recruit some more people anyway, and so you guys make your way up, and she is hella surprised to see Twa living in the flesh, and for Rain, she kind of looks at him.
Are you rolling more than one? No.
But she kind of just shakes her head,
Shake my head too.
and she's like, she says, "So these are your companions then?
Indeed.
Well, good. Master
It is I.
Twa, the politician.
Hello.
How?
Go, Your Majesty.
Go,
Your daddy's on.
go.
I have been reincarnated.
Oh, I thought the tower was not bringing back people from the dead.
Well,
Special circumstances.
the traitor, Rain, the one who vanished.
Remember, you lost a lot of memory, so you just know he came and got you.
He told me about the mother resurrecting me.
Told us everything.
Yeah, they said it. Yeah.
Made the fatal mistake of resurrecting me, him and the mother. For whatever reason, I do not know.
Probably to turn you as they did Clark, no?
Maybe. Keep a close eye on me, just in case. But I would like to go back to Mount Medius.
We have plans for the mother.
He never did explain why he resurrected us.
No,
There might be snake in us.
maybe.
I wonder.
I wouldn't.
Test my blood.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Test my blood.
We don't actually do that there, but I'm
You
certain.
can start now.
I'm certain Clark knows the symptoms of
I don't think they're snakes.
snakeness.
Are you sure?
Is she still a snake?
Well, I don't know what the hell you
You
got.
probably told us that she's not a snake.
But she says, I'm glad to see you guys are so well. My heart ached when I learned of your deaths.
I tell them the money and Zokan.
I say you
Before-
made them privy to that for a while.
Okay.
Before we go on this mission to destroy it, what do we have to do again?
On the bank?
We have
Find
found
the
the
bank.
location of the third clue.
Find the blank, but she made a deal with you. Free the Ember Isles. Kill Omen.
Free the Ember Isles, and that entails the destruction of the mother,
Right,
the destruction of the devil,
right.
and the destruction of Corinne Holmond.
Right. Right, okay. So,
The Grandmaster and the tower.
before we go on these adventures, what?
Didn't she have to kill a group of people? That's why she had to get the business.
Oh, and also, but that's for the devil. That's the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You done with this?
Yeah. What's augury?
I'm sorry to ask, Your Majesty. I'm sorry to ask, Your Majesty, but
It's a good one.
I need some supplies.
We will
Books as usual.
help as we can.
Books as
As I
usual.
stated to Clark, the crown cannot really be associated with your movements right now to avoid the eye of the tower.
But nobody knows who I am.
True that. That is true.
Right?
Okay.
So,
So what?
So quiet, Maestro.
She says, make a list for me, or my steward. You see a kind of just a tray kind of floating there.
I'll make a list of, arcane tomes that, things of arcane magic in it that I could probably read and study up on.
Actually, she does. Actually, I'll get to that in a second. So
Also,
she
asks for a sword and some light armor, the sturdiest they have, possibly enchanted if they could, and a weapon that's either silvered or enchanted.
her eyebrows kind of climb at the
This
request.
mother is very difficult. She's killed me once. I'm trying to stop that from happening again.
Yes. If you wouldn't mind, we'll just take the cost of these out of your reward. It'd be kind of like an advance.
Out of his 65.
Yes.
That is fine.
While you guys are talking, I'm staring at him and like flying around.
Oh, the Fae, Lilu.
Oh,
at your
as he
service.
refers to me, I hide behind Clark.
He's harmless.
I know my appearance does not seem amenable at the moment, but I am of Fae blood also.
Oh my gosh, Rain is giving him the glass.
You know about the glass, Lilu? What you know about
You
glass,
told,
Lilu?
you told
You
us.
are.
What you know about that, Lilu? Lilu over there
You did
getting high.
glass.
Yeah,
All right,
Lulu
so,
did glass
but
back
on
in
your
her
honor.
day.
She says,
No.
well, back to the subject at hand.
Definitely.
So
We have
where's
found
this next location?
it is in the grave.
I'm still flying around.
How far is the grave?
You guys know that the grave is
It's the island with the.
No. It is not an island. It is the mine that is in the center of the crown. Massive mine that goes down stories and stories and stories. She says it is in an area that had been blocked off and stricken from the records. So it is quite dangerous. There was also some flooding down there, so there may be some water that you will have to deal with. But it's very dangerous. And in this area, it has not been maintained, so there are possible cave-ins and whatnot. So please go prepared. And so...
Can we buy some stuff like here, right here where we're at?
No. No. But I won't make you guys go through all that. You just quickly just tell me what you want to buy. You can purchase it. She says, you must find a door. What you seek is a door. And the defining feature of this door are two circles. One of black and one of white. And that is the door you seek in the grave. We'll deliver you to the specific shafts area, and you guys will take it from there.
How much are greater healing potions?
Please return safely.
I'll look it up in the book.
No, those are made up.
Oh.
No, greater healing potions are made up there.
Oh, they're in there?
No, yeah, very good.
They're in the book? Or they're in his book? They're in the DM book.
But she says, and so whenever you're ready, we have a man. His name is Geva Hatswai. You can just call him Geva. He is waiting for you at the grave. He's at the entrance, and just tell him your names, and he will escort you to where you need to go.
I fly
Okay.
up, I'm trying to check out his body, and I say, his name is what?
Geva.
Okay, I don't mean to ask questions.
Hush, Maestro.
Wait.
It's okay.
I just need to
Is
know.
this the maestro that I've been hearing about?
Maybe you should sing all of your words so nobody recognizes.
I just need to know what is the order you want us to go.
We're going to the grave right now.
And then what?
After the grave, we will come back here and let's find out what she wants us to do next.
I was trying to get Vito.
Did you prep us about your
Okay.
voice and
Strength
stuff?
of 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't?
No, not his voice, but we know he's.
I'm just changing it.
Oh, we
I
know he's
wanted-
doing that though? Oh, 'cause I was about to out him, like, what's wrong with Rain?
Because we understand that he doesn't want to be known. Because we know
Oh,
he's a
okay.
wanted man on this side.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so she says,
So how much are they?
greater, you said?
Greater.
How much you say you need? How much money, man?
I always turn to them. Oh, there it is.
I fly over to you. What are you? What?
He's just
What is he?
Azamar.
Azamar.
Greater are 100 gold
100?
pieces.
Ooh, all right.
That's it?
Yeah.
Buy
It'd be
5 of
44
them.
plus 4.
No, I buy 3 of them. It's 300.
They're 100. I buy 5.
I buy. Well, how much money do I have on this layaway that she giving me? 65.
What did you request? She was just gonna
Some
give you
armor,
what you request. The price of
Armor,
what you
swords, and
requested.
books. Armor, swords, and books.
All right, so she gives you for armor, swords, and book.
I asked for magical armor, magical sword, or a silver sword, and some arcane books I could study.
She gives you regular leather armor.
Regular leather armor.
Yeah.
Oh my queen.
I could buy you some armor. We go to what's it called?
You said a silver
Somewhere.
sword,
Or silver or magical. Yeah.
long sword.
No, rapier or something that's a long sword light but use dexterity.
Like a rapier. Okay, a silver dex is a silver rapier then. And what's that last one?
Books.
Books.
Whatever spells you want to toss over here is fine with me.
Some books.
I need a rapier too. How much? Somebody, you got a rapier?
Or rapier, you don't have. It does have. No, it doesn't have the price. Just have to wait.
I'm just gonna let you know.
Oh, it does have the price for rapier.
Books are expensive, especially books with spells. in them.
25 gold.
Very expensive.
He understands.
Okay. Alright, so. Alright.
How expensive though is he? You just like you know how much money he's taking away from his purchase.
I'm gonna say you got the option of up to 3 spells, and each one is 1,000.
And it was 6,000 price. That's fine.
All 3?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
He ain't gonna use his money for nothing else. But and he's looking at this leather armor. He's like,
My queen. Is there at least studded leather here anywhere?
Actually,
Yeah, you switched up Gore a lot.
you know
So
what?
I remember he stood back and was shooting the bow. You asking for sword?
I'm gonna say pick 3.
Do you have a bow? Do you even have a bow?
Yeah, I had a bow before.
Let me know if you already know one of those spells.
I already know this one.
While they're doing that, can I fly to the lady who said that she'd have something for me?
You gotta. It costs like money to copy them, right?
Yeah.
So
You
you
got stuff?
spend some time too. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you have the money for
Oh no, that was at the tower.
that. Okay.
I want to buy some rope.
All right.
Rope is
50
cheap.
foot rope. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's like $5 gold.
Yeah,
Alright.
sounds so cheap.
Cool.
You know I'm ready.
I asked someone who's not the pharaoh, who's
How much
whoever's a
protection?
helper of
Go
hers, a
ahead.
maiden or something. Is there somewhere I can buy diminutive adventuring items?
You already know that
So these are
Pride has
these are 3 I
has
think
something
right
for
here.
you.
That's at the tower, right?
Pride.
No, that's it.
Oh, it is.
No, it's at the top. It's at the
These
top.
are-
Right.
What do you say? That's at the tower. There's
Okay.
tables, tinkers at the tower, and
Right.
pride.
Wait, what level were those?
2 3s and 1 level 2.
All right, so it's gonna be a little more than just.
Okay, how much?
I'm gonna say one more time. 4,000.
4,000, so I got 25 left. Minus the leather armor. Did she give me studded leather when I was like,
No.
oh my gosh. Okay.
Pride.
Like you got this stuff not from her. Like you got it from like a steward. And he's just he's pretty shrewd and trying to save as much money, cut as many coins as he can.
I'm paying for all this stuff. Not right now. You could die and then we'd be out.
That is
Oh
true.
yeah.
I understand.
I take it.
It's actually a climber's kit, and we were using it wrong. We don't have to connect each other to them.
What is
I
it?
buy a climber's
Plus
kit.
11.
Okay.
You
How
remember,
much?
25 gold.
you remember
I go to one
Sanaa
of the shops
Lathan
that sell
in
magic
Alien
items.
vs. Predator movie?
I
How she
believe the
was
shops
mountain
that was
climbing
so
in the beginning of it?
mad.
It's
So
with that. So you can use it by yourself.
I'm ready to
We don't
go.
have
I'm
to
good.
Connect ourselves.
Okay.
So I go ahead and ask the question though about diminutive adventuring gear place.
They would have to make that.
Y'all don't want to get
But
climber
you do know that
kits?
Pride has it ready
Yeah.
for
We're
what?
going into a mine.
Oh, but it's at the other
You
place.
never know.
I'm gonna buy a climber's kit too. How much?
25.
I don't have any gold, and I don't think they're gonna extend me a loan any further.
I get him a climber's kit.
25 gold.
I need climber's kits. I need potions of healing. I need
Better
better armor.
climber's kit.
Okay, I got you a climber's kit.
I need better armor.
Did you go over what you wanted to purchase? Benjamin? With Steph?
Yeah. Okay. I got a rapier and it was a great sword that I needed, so I just did rapier.
You're not doing that one? Oh, right.
I changed it around, because I had to change stuff around.
I buy some rations. How much?
You ain't buy no potions?
I ain't got no money.
Why did you take that diamond?
10.
Because Gordon took the diamond.
Oh, then Gore gonna be
20.
naked with no stuff.
He got leather armor from the queen.
It's like a ration is a pound of food,
But
so you got
he needs
20
better armor.
pounds of food.
Okay, 10. 10.
Would anyone like to buy me some enchanted studded leather, and I will give you whatever, part of my reward, of course, whatever, pay you back for the reward.
I'm still just staring
I
at
buy
you.
some
much
water
is it?
skin.
Enchanted studded leather?
Yes.
I'm gonna say right now it's not like you can get like some finely made studded leather, which would just be +1 studded leather, but like enchanted.
Okay, so finally
not
made
like-
studded leather. How much is that?
Let's see, how much you purchase studded leather? I'm gonna say really finely made, be about 400 gold. No, I'm gonna say 400 a little too much because it's only 44 gold. So I'm gonna say about 200 gold.
We can all split it.
I
And
have
you don't
20
have
gold.
to pay us back.
I'll
Alright.
still pay you back. It doesn't matter.
That's like 50 each.
Alright.
I get 50.
I throw in 50.
I throw in 50.
I'm just staring.
Are you throwing in 50?
Alright,
I
you
don't
only got
know.
throwing 30. He said he got 20.
He's fey. You should have some compassion.
He's not fey.
He
Are you
said
crazy?
he was.
I
Hey,
am.
how
We
much is
know
water
he was
skin?
I'm a fey blood. I'm half elf.
Water skin's
I
pretty
am a
cheap.
high
It's
elf
like
that have been reincarnated.
How many?
You should
I
know the
start
spell reincarnation.
Dying laughing. I go reincarnated.
Oh.
You should know the spell reincarnation. You're clear.
Because it's like a refillable pack.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I've been reincarnated.
So I give me 2 water skins.
Okay.
It's okay. I
I
understand.
roll for perception. See if I believe you. Because you just look crazy to me. I've never seen a creature like you.
I have never seen a creature like me.
DM, is there anything else you think we may need that you
So,
would like
should
to
I-
tell
Well, you guys are
us?
going into mine, so
I'm
it's
rolling
probably
for my
gonna
own
be dark,
belief.
real dark. So if anybody doesn't have dark vision,
I have dark.
I have dark vision.
DM, I want to roll for
sure?
my own.
She doesn't have.
Simic hypers get dark vision.
Yes, they do.
Do you have dark vision?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't.
Okay, we all
I want to roll for
Aren't
my
you a
own
human?
belief. 'Cause he
Amazing.
told me he was reincarnated. But he looks
To
so
see if
terrible.
you believe it. Wisdom. Go ahead.
Okay. 15 plus 4.
I would say you probably.
Gosh!
I know.
Are you throwing in 50 for him?
She only throwing 30. He said he got 20.
Oh my
You gonna take his
gosh.
last 20?
Where we at?
For a fae, we value our
right now you guys kind of
beauty.
just going around shopping.
I give him a diamond. I say, you poor thing.
Wow.
You poor thing. You don't understand, Clark, the fae
You were
for
just
this
saying
to
you
happen
don't
to
want to give
him.
nothing to him,
My
and now
wonderful
you're giving him a
I just
diamond.
roll for my belief.
I know,
Good job.
right?
Oh, you give him a
Oh, you're saying
diamond.
outside of your,
Wow.
your character.
Mo, my dear Pixie, I pick up the diamond. Please do not pity me.
Are you serious? Have you seen yourself?
I will,
What's your name?
I will pay you back for this then. 1,000 gold.
You've paid everyone. You've paid.
Actually, he
You've
hasn't.
paid.
I have not, and I
I
guess
sprinkle some dust. And I
He's
say,
doing a disservice with that face.
does it make him look better?
No.
She just threw dust on it.
I miss
His bumps look
Yeah, you
all-
got dust on him now.
I've heard stories of pixies. They all seem to be true.
Ah, he said you crazy.
I bow to her.
Thank you.
And I break up the
You see that?
diamond. I guess I sell it and get my 1,000. I start.
You can just
giving
exchange
y'all-
it at a bank. Just,
Yeah, and I give y'all money back here.
Oh my gosh, it's
Here you
cool.
Oh, 50. I'll take it.
I
No,
know
you
poor,
keep
poor,
it.
ugly,
I can
bitter
buy-
Consolidating debt.
Yeah.
So I,
How much
do
is
that.
a regular healing potion?
So how much is that? How much did you give away?
1,000.
Wait, were
No,
you
wait,
trying
I
to
have
be
1,000,
insulting?
so I
Because I'll
give
take
away
my
50.
diamond back.
50 no, I wasn't being insulting. 50, 50, 50.
Okay.
And so,
You give me back my 25? No, I'm just kidding. 75, really. The climbing kit. But it's cool.
okay, I
nobody
give you a 75.
Ain't nobody keeping. Ain't nobody
I give you a
keeping
75.
tabs.
No, I give you a 75 too for the climate kit, and then I
No,
buy some.
it's 75 total, not.
Oh, okay, maybe 75 total.
separate.
And then I buy some healing potions.
How much are regular healing
Oh,
potions?
what kind? Regular, greater, superior, spring. 2d4, 44, 84, 10d4.
Whew, 10.
How much is the 84 one?
84 will be 200. 250.
250 for one?
Yes.
Which one I got? The $100.
You know what? I'm gonna just say 200. Just
200. I buy the graders.
44.
I buy 5 graders. That's minus
44.
500 from 1,000.
How about
minus-
shield?
The greater healer?
So
a shield.
Can I get a better shield?
Okay. So that's like shield.
Plus 2.
Shield's
It's plus 2, but it's
I
also.
want something that's like plus 4.
Oh.
You can get like an exquisite shield that'll be like plus 3.
How much is that?
How much?
Let me see.
Shoot, we all about to get one.
It'll be.
Can I improve my armor?
I can't use the
Exquisite
shield.
shield. It'll be
I mean, I can, but it's go against what I'm doing. So.
for really great enough. 300.
300?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Too. Exquisite shit. We only hear about the be unstoppable.
I started trying to make
Plus
it look
3?
better. I try to put like
How
some-
much?
But the exquisite shields, they when you get knocked
Make
unconscious,
you a
they will
crown.
be the first thing to break because it's your shit, you know.
Okay, I get
Alright.
2 shields.
Like
I mean, I
repair.
keep my regular one too.
They can repair it back to
Yeah, they can repair it back to
Back to
exquisite.
exquisite.
Yeah.
But I keep my regular one too. So I got 2 shields.
I make a crown for him out of twigs and flowers.
Please do not patronize me.
You want
Take the crown off. I hand it back to you.
I look very sad.
All right. So you guys got all your stuff.
Wait, armor.
And
I have
you
plate
gotta get
armor.
the
Is there
number.
something better than
Crazy.
plate?
No.
My AC is 20.
There's nothing better than plate.
Oh, your AC is 20.
Yours is 22?
Mine is 28.
What?
Woo!
How?
Woo!
If you cast shield?
Woo!
It's
Wow.
learning. You got shit,
Well, if you
right?
cast shield.
Oh, mine is
As high as it
22,
goes.
if I can.
Blades
Mine will be
is-
25
Wow.
if I use shield. Mine
Oh,
will
so
be
it's plus
25.
10.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It's
You have a hard
nothing-
time trying to kill me, but
it's nothing better than
I mean-
plate armor.
I don't know.
you're going to have to think of something.
You can only cast shoot so many times.
I
More
cast
than
it 3
Yeah,
times.
actually, yeah, all the slots I got. Yeah.
Is there better than plate?
So how is it 28? How is this thing 28, nigga?
Blade Song and Shield. When he
Hey,
casts
you be letting this
Shield.
dude cheat, bro. Okay,
No,
none of that.
no. That's legal. That's legal.
What the F is Blade song anyway?
It's a wizard form.
You could have took my
Magic.
crown. I don't like him no more.
Ooh.
I tell him he would do does need to.
Anyway, so
Can you do
Exactly.
damage though too?
anything better than plate?
Oh, you a paladin? Oh,
There
you
is
can do damage.
whatchamacallit? Exquisite plate.
That's fucking here right now.
Can I wear
You can be
exquisite?
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll be
What is
How
he?
much damage you
AC
do?
of, AC
You
of
only hit
19
twice.
plus your shield of 3. That'll
You
be
only hit
what?
once?
22.
That's it. 19.
Can you cast and hit though?
23. My
I
shield.
have
I
a
have
magic
2
weapon.
shields.
But it's expensive.
How much?
It's
So,
3,000.
Ooh. Yeah, nah.
No. It's 5,000. It's 5,000.
How much is regular healing potion?
I'm gonna say 4,000.
I can't afford it, bro. It don't matter.
Okay. Regular hit potion is 50 gold.
50
48
go.
plus extra 1d8, so it would be 68.
I say, how much do you need, Clark?
Nah, girl. It's,
No, it would just be 68.
It's a lot.
4 grand.
How was it?
It's a lot.
Oh, if you use the box. My bad.
And how much is that one that give you 10 D8
Well, if you get that
or
started,
10 D4?
10d4.
how often can you use the box?
Oh,
Have slow slots.
so let's see. 1, 2,
Do you have like potions of blur,
4.
Hey, you a
slippery?
wizard? So you got a whole bunch of spells.
I feel like we need more. We stocked up.
I'm gonna say there'll be
on
Hey, this dude crazy.
500 for 10d4. 500 gold.
Do you have blur?
I mean, that's fine. I could be
No,
giving
they don't
that
have
back
any.
against
They don't
inspiration.
currently
I ain't
have
gotta use
any
one
magic,
myself.
alternate magic potions right now.
Nothing.
I think I'm the.
No, never mind.
Nah, I'll still kill all y'all.
Alright. Alright, I'm done.
Okay.
I buy 2 50-foot rope.
Okay. That'll be another 10 or
I buy a
5.
lantern. Buy a lantern.
Bullseye, hooded, or regular?
Hooded. And hooded and a bullseye. So I put a hood over the bullseye.
What happened
No.
to my dragon?
that's what I'm saying. Oh, I meant to ask. Actually,
And I buy a
I
cloak.
forgot about Dawn.
And I buy a
it's
cloak
not.
of the hood.
It depends,
Dawn is
really.
gone. Did
do
anybody take
you-
care of Dawn?
In that month, in those 5 months, did you
Anubis took Dawn with him.
take care of?
Nah, I didn't take.
That might be possible. Actually.
Anubis took
He
Dawn with him.
mad. He mad.
Might actually,
Shut up,
that does
Maestro.
actually make sense. you a dead man like
Yeah.
Anubis.
Anubis took
you
down
nothing
with
but
him.
trash. You gonna be in jail. Why would you know? Little's not gonna take care of it.
Yeah, Anubis took Dawn with him.
Cupid disappeared according to his perspective.
So it's out of Clark and Anubis then.
And it has a relationship with Anubis.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't got
Yeah,
no relationship with me.
y'all let my.
I was gonna say Clark, but it
No,
makes
he ain't
sense.
got no relationship with me.
It makes
You
sense.
would have
Anyway,
just let him go in.
so what were you gonna
Yeah.
ask?
Yeah, he's gone.
I figured it was gonna be going on.
I actually I was planning on letting Clark decide, but that makes more sense. Honestly.
What were you gonna ask?
Oh, about Dawn? If you were taking care of her?
Nah. Oh, nah.
Okay, so yeah, that would
Running
have been
these
going
hoes.
I'm right. I'm running the business. I don't care about.
Infantry man. I ain't got time.
Alright, so you guys are finished
We
up?
ready.
Ready to
We
go?
ready.
Alright, so
Let's
you guys arrive at Geta, the grave, the guy who was supposed to escort you guys down. And you guys see at the grave the massive mall that stretches out before you. It's like a couple miles across. And you see just hundreds of these different elevators, like pulley-like elevators, going up and down the sides, just constantly bringing up stuff, materials. And Geva, he kind of escorts you guys around to one of those pulleys, gathers you all on it, and Geva, he's a tiefling, short tiefling, like a little over 5 feet. He looks like a miner, dirty like a miner, and he wheels you guys down into the maw of the grave. The sunlight is quickly just dimmed significantly as you guys travel down this hole on the side. You guys see it's a city down here. Like the first few levels are just residences and shops and people living. You see people walking around, talking, sitting on streets. You see torches are lit all across the area in different areas. It's lots of like you see pathways that go along the wall, and you also see pathways that like go into like the wall. And you guys see these like tunnels they made, but it's like they shaped them like they're like rectangular tunnels for like between two buildings that just go into the side of these buildings. So like you see pathways, and you see like all the buildings. There's like levels. There's different levels, like a stack of pancakes. But you see each level. It's like if you would imagine a maze. You see that. You see sometimes you look down one of these alleyway looking things, you'll see people walking across it, passing by. You see horses and camels moving across. So like clearly like this place, they dug it out. That's like the first 30 levels of it. After that, you see new construction. They're building more buildings and houses on these next levels. You guys go past another 30 levels of that, something around 30 levels, not exactly 30, but around that. And then you guys get to the actual mining, like where you see workers going, you see mine carts and people moving, animals moving the mine carts. It's real dark down here. The sunlight doesn't reach all this far.
Just candlelight, torches?
Yeah, torches, some magic light, but mostly just torches. And you guys go below this like there's like a break in the mining, and you can hear mining below you and you can hear mining above you, but this is just like a dark zone. Like there's not torches here. It's just like if you were while you were looking downward, like if you looked over, you would see like torchlight, and then just a dark, like a ring of just dark area, and then more torches beneath it. And that's why he stopped you. He stopped you guys off in this dark area. And if you didn't have dark vision, it'd be pitch almost pitch black. It'll be extremely dim light, extremely dim. Only light that you really see will be coming off the torches above and below. Like the sunlight doesn't reach this low down. And you guys notice that in this area, it's overgrown with these massive red roots. Like these just strange, like you guys didn't see them anywhere else on any of the other levels. Just overgrown with these red roots. There's some really big ones, like the size of houses and the size of buildings, but there's also, size of you, size of your finger. Like they're all over the place. And he says, this place, it be cursed. Be careful. I don't know why you guys are going in here, but be careful. Every so often we get adventurers that come down here thinking there's something special. Rarely do they return. And if they do, they're changed, broken, something broke inside of them.
Have you heard tales of a lost bank down here?
No, nothing like that, but I've heard tales of undead.
What about, is it only this area? Because other people are everywhere else. This area is cursed?
Yes.
Oh, I'm supposed to sound like a fairy. This area is cursed?
Yes, it is indeed.
Oh.
It's old curse.
Any chance of any more light down there?
I doubt it. I doubt it severely.
I look like I'm trying to nuzzle up to get on your shoulder.
Let you
When
in.
you say curse,
Okay.
what do you mean exactly? When we dug down years ago, when we hit this patch here, many men lost their lives. They say that's why the roots turned red from all the blood they sucked up from the miners who lost their lives digging. So something killed them. There are critters in there, but mostly it was just accidents. Accidents that never happened.
So,
Bizarre occurrences that ended up, for example, cave-ins, men being crushed, the roots, they can move, they say.
the roots can move?
They say.
I cast fly on Clark.
Cool. How long do it last?
10 minutes. So, careful. What kind of critters are down here? They say undead.
Be able to touch the roots.
The men who got crushed and killed, they say they still wander. But besides that, I've seen one. It was like a snake with a face like a pulpo, And snakes, you say? So yes, it was like a snake, but it wasn't a snake. It had a beak like a bird, and appendages like a pulpo.
Can you show us?
Does that sound familiar to you?
Oh, I have no idea what it's
No,
talking
like a picture.
No.
He just
Yeah,
described
a picture
it.
on him.
So
Oh.
I do,
look,
but
I look
when
at
you
him.
see
No, I'm talking about the guy.
Yeah, when you see it, I'll show it to you.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
He said it looked like a
Alright,
bird.
everyone.
I thought
But
he was
appendage is like a
exaggerating.
pit bull? What?
Is this one of your?
I wanna
Is this one
see.
of your mother's traps down here?
So the guy looks kind of
Actually, can I
confused.
cast fly?
He says,
on
I
him?
really,
He
he says,
Oh,
I'd really
no,
rather
you know the
not
mother.
stay on this
Nah,
level if you guys could all disembark.
No, no.
That'd be great.
Can I say I cast it
No.
once he finished talking? Actually, I thought he was gonna
Well,
try
I'm
it.
gonna just do it for you. Don't do it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm
No,
gonna do
you
it.
guys are gonna engage in.
I thought we were
fight
about to
back.
leave.
You guys are about to leave, but it's like I would just because it only lasts like what an
I'll
hour.
take the advice.
10
minutes.
Yeah.
So
What
yes,
we
I
gotta,
would.
we gotta go
Take it
find
out.
the other one. We're trying to find the other clue, right?
I want to see how they fight
Yeah.
with their new character.
Which are really, she told you to find this door with a circle of black and a circle of white on it.
all right, we'll make our way through. Thank you for your help. Of course.
Well, you said something about a black door with a circle of white and
You guys are looking for a door with a circle of black and a circle of white.
Like that door can open.
Right.
Interesting.
Well, thank you,
All right.
sir. You want to come with us? I got an extra sword here.
Couldn't pay me all the gold in the world to go with you.
Wow.
Dead man can't spend gold.
Wow.
I start walking forward.
Guess you ain't got no heart, huh?
No, sir. But I got my life.
It kind of starts
Stop talking to him, Rain. You're making me want to go with him.
start walking
You
forward.
hide in people's shirts anyway. I start walking
You
forward.
hide in shirts.
He pulls the like.
You ain't never cast fly on me.
I look at you.
He pulls the lever and he there's like a platform that leads off the elevator, I'll call it, and he pulls the lift and he pulls the lever and it continues going down much faster, like out of this area. And so you guys step off the lift onto this area. You step onto roofs. The ground is like these roofs. There's some of them are squishy, some of them are firm, and they're all just overlapping each other, tangling each other, and it's kind of hard to move, kind of hard to walk on this ground.
I reach down and grab one. I feel like blood rushing through it. That would be crazy.
No, it's kind of just still. But when you take your hand away, you see it's red. Well, you guys have anybody used the light? Okay, so you darken, but you see like
something's on my hand.
Yeah, some sort of something on your hand.
Is he breaking out?
No.
Oh.
It's not.
Breaking out like bumps?
He's not breaking out.
Touching stuff. Touching
Yeah,
bodies.
you be touching
And he
stuff,
said,
sipping water.
yeah, he said that something was wrong with the body.
Okay.
But you also see mostly stone. You see like past the roof. There's like a stone floor, stone walls. There's rocks scattered about. You actually see some tools, some old abandoned tools strewn about. And
Oh wait, I'm not flying.
ahead of you, you guys walk just a little bit off where he drops you off. It was kind of think of a cliffside, like just on the edge. There's a tunnel that has been burrowed, and it stretches out into the depths of this mine area. It stretches out ahead of you. It's pretty big. It's like the roof is like 60 feet and it's almost perfectly round except for all the roots that have overgrown around the edges of it. You guys are at the mouth of this shaft. This shaft. You can see underneath the roots. You can make out sometimes a little like minecart railing underneath it, but it's been overgrown, overtaken by the roots.
Do I see any doors?
No, right now you just see
this corridor.
Yeah, just this large open corridor that some massive thing dug.
Keep your eyes
That's
out.
some massive thing, Doug.
Keep your eyes out for undead. Like you said already.
I walk through and I start checking for traps.
I'm moving cautiously,
Yeah.
yes.
Slow.
Traps?
Checking for traps.
For traps.
I'm not looking for trap. I'm just walking.
Magical things.
Of course you are.
Well, he's ahead. He's just walking, so I'm slowly following.
Alright, so marching order.
He's in front. I'm slowly
is that?
following.
I'm in back,
I'm just walking.
and I'm cautiously looking for traps.
That's fine.
Cause you said it's still just opening with the yeah. I'm just walking right now.
Alright, so go ahead and roll me a perception check. Those who are looking for traps, I guess. Oh, there's no traps. Okay, so let's.
There's no
continue.
traps?
No.
Okay.
Why would there be?
I don't know.
And who knows the
The
snake
undead were
person?
like,
the
yeah,
snake
let's-
person.
Those zombies were like, yeah.
No.
Okay, I start walking forward.
And then before we know it, boom.
Like you're blown up, what? All right, we walk.
But
Well, I'm keeping an eye out for anything that look crazy
okay.
that might try to warn
Give
me.
me a perception check.
You ain't said nothing but a word.
Few words actually.
Is that a 6?
Mm.
6 plus 6, 12.
Okay. No, you don't see anything.
Well, I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Particularly
I turn on the
harmful.
hooded bullseye light.
Stretches
What?
out 60 feet ahead of you on the light, so
I hang
you
it
take
from my
another
side.
few feet to stretching out in.
It
front
don't
of
stretch
you.
out behind too? Like
No,
the
it's a
light?
bullseye.
Oh.
As at the furthest reaches of where the light touched, you saw something scurry. Just some movement up ahead.
I slow down and wait till I catch up with them.
What in the hell was that?
The
Clark, you wanna go ahead?
Why? Why me?
Because I see you fight, and you are very
Did you
powerful.
guys
You
say
ain't seen me
something?
fight in a long time. I've been
Did you
See,
say
weak.
something
doesn't seem like a
scary?
long time.
We saw something.
It was only yesterday.
Yeah,
I say Lila, go check it out.
Oh, you can go invisible.
she can't see in the dark.
Oh yeah, duh. All
I
right.
could
Now
go
I
check it
can't
out.
fly. I say fly.
No, not
I can
yet.
go
Yeah,
invisible.
okay.
Go check.
I
So
start
it
walking
looks like I'm
forward.
about to.
Yeah.
So you
No.
start-
Forget it.
I walk.
forward.
I walk behind him,
I walk behind
keeping
her.
my eyes peeled.
Okay, so he starts moving.
Did you see you walk
Forward.
behind me? Okay.
Slowly.
You said you went
I'm walking
behind him. What I'm
You
gonna
a
do?
punk.
I'm walking beside you.
Wait, just in case.
With my hand on my blade.
As you're moving forward, you hear in the distance, like further ahead, in this tunnel, it goes out ahead of you and it kind of drops down out of view. And coming from up there, you hear just this, like a light boom, 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 but it's like
they're working?
something like that. Something heavy falling onto the ground. But when you scurried up, you walked over to.
I look at the way it went, which way I saw it scary.
Yeah, you move over there, and you check out where you start scurrying. Give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. And you see a rock, a few rocks, actually,
Lobster.
and some roots. But you notice one of the rocks move just almost imperceptibly. And give me a nature check.
Nature. 13.
So no, you don't really.
I draw my sword and I poke it.
You poke it. As you poke it, the rock just expands and moves into this creature here.
Oh,
freaking
rock
leak is
from
that?
a rock?
Wow.
A rock?
It looked like a stone. But
Oh, that is terrible
you see,
looking.
it's like back and stuff. It looks kind of rockish, so it's like easy camouflaging. And it opens its mouth, it screams at you. Go ahead and roll initiative. Actually, initiative.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go ahead, roll initiative.
Let's do one battle.
I don't.
Oh, I get
Rapier.
advantage on
Plus five?
rolls, on initiative
What's your
rolls.
dex?
2.
Why you get advantage?
Plus 2 plus 3.
Oh, because
I
of
feel
my
that
pixie
really-
thing,
that
my
really
pixie
won't be
trait.
close.
Which one? No problem. No.
Advantage
Okay.
plus 2. Advantage
Oh,
on initiative
now.
rolls is a pixie trait.
You said roll initiative, right?
Yeah, hand me a marker.
Oh, because I'm a daylight pixie.
It's only a day then, ain't it?
Actually, no, that's not even why. It's what I traded out my other stuff for.
It's okay.
All right, so let me
Well,
get
that's why I wrote
those.
it down. Remember, I went through all of it.
Let me
Everything
get
has
those
a reason.
numbers. Let me get those. Let me get the numbers.
They got 20.
Let me get the numbers.
I have Lilu has 11.
Your name is
I do
Juana.
too. Lulu can go first.
I got
if she
15.
wants.
19.
His name is Gore.
Can we put the monster on?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Is it big or is it kind of
It's
small?
about medium size, so it's about the size of
Okay.
you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
We're medium.
I don't think we're medium.
It's
We're
a little
small.
smaller than you guys. No, you guys
No,
are
we're
medium.
medium.
You're tiny.
Yeah, but I think they're considered small. Right?
No, they're considered medium. Small is a gnome, halfling,
Okay.
goblin.
So, were we in a corner or something, or just right in front of me?
Yeah, it's just right in front of you. 12.
Yeah, how are we?
You said
I'm
you
up.
poked it.
You are the
Gore, you're
my
next.
friend.
Rain, you're after that. Then it's Lilu, then it's Clark, so know what you're going to do, guys. Know
I
what you're gonna
attack
do.
it.
Forget about it
With my
now.
rapier.
So you run up to it.
Attacking this.
Roll it.
Attack it twice. Because I extra attack. That one's going to miss. For sure.
What was it?
5.
Plus?
5. 10.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I would miss 2.
Alright. You see, Twa rushes up to it as it screams at you, and he stabs at it with his rapier, but it dodges out the way twice. Gore.
It's been a while.
Gore stabs at it with the rapier using booming blade.
Booming.
18 plus 7.
Hits.
Bars don't get booming. No.
16.
16. Alright, so you, what does this look like?
What does what look like?
Booming blade.
Oh, snap. I forgot to describe stuff, huh? So when he pulls his sword out, he backs it up like this, sends electrical current through it, it starts sparking with electricity going through it, and he just stabs at it. And it...
See, okay, so...
But then the electricity just sits on him.
Okay, so it's kind of sparking, so you stab it. I'm gonna say you actually cut one of its little mouth appendages off, and it screams in pain, and it's charged with electricity, and it flees, scurries away.
I'll take an opportunity attack.
Booming blade does something.
I think I
Oh yeah, it takes 2d8 as it moves.
I think opportunity to.
Just 2 more damage.
Okay.
And then which way is it going?
It's trying to scurry underneath some roots that are behind it.
Okay, I think opportunity attack
Me to the minus 15.
Natural 20.
Okay, and yours was
15.
Are you both hit?
6.
17.
17 damage. How do you kill it?
11 with mine.
As it tries to run away, I just stab it and keep it right there,
Stab it.
and then drag my rapier down, just slice it in half.
All right, so that gets carved in half, and it falls dead. Blood spatters. It kind of screams as it's dying. I'll cut his head off. But as that scream echoes out,
Oh my
you
god.
hear the same scream return,
Oh.
only much, much bigger.
I thought y'all tried to kill me.
Oh no! And that's what we'll pause. That's what we'll stop
Oh
this
man.
this session. Thank you all for joining us, Dragonhood. Had a slow start there, but thanks for sticking with us. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. DM out.